it's not often I get to say, coming up, we're going to have a tough time trying to match the pace here. Coming off of one of the best top 8s that MK1 has seen so far in its life. But if there was ever a game that would be able to do it, it would be Guilty Gear Strive. Thank you for joining us here on finals day of DreamHack Atlanta. My name is Proxy, joined as always by Mr. King Jobber, and it is time to get it started. Big boy winter, Jobber.
It is big boy winter. I thought we were in DreamHack Atlanta, not DreamHack Dallas, because it's looking like we're taking it straight to Texas with 2 Goldlewises, nearly 4, mind you, in top 8. We were close.
It was
we
close.
were cutting it real close. But of course, as you can see, RedIAmNot versus AngelEye, that's 1 Goldlewis, and then Crescendo versus Cheryo, 2 Goldlewises in top 8 winners. They're starting off strong.
Absolutely. And then headed to the losers is going to be Hotashi and MFCR, as well as Aneema and Skullduggers. And there's some potential for some excitement in the losers bracket as well. MFCR and Hotashi both coming in hot. And Aneema pulling out a pick that I don't think we were expecting quite to see. Did actually qualify into top 8, piloting the Elphelt. So there is the potential for a swap here. We are expecting the Ramlethal, but you know, we might get a little bit of that metal vocals.
Yeah, an incredible match, too, up against Umisho for the top 8 qualifier. Went down to the wire, so really excited to see Elphelt come out. Hopefully we get to see a little bit of that in this top 8, like you mentioned. But that's going to be a little bit later because we are going to be kicking things off with RedIAmNot up against AngelEye. It's going to be Goldlewis versus Bridget. The Bridgets have been kind of just taking down the Goldlewises all day today.
When we were out in the crowd, out in the pit, watching everything go on, seeing it out in the pools, a lot of the Goldlewises were going down to the Bridget. It is a very difficult matchup coming into. Bridget has a lot of control. Obviously, the normals are very good, and the setups being able to loop that safe pressure is very strong. But Goldlewis bringing some new tools to the table. Buffed close slash. The 2K is better. And White Wild Assault is pretty good.
Pretty good. That's
good.
one way to go. It speaks for itself, right? I mean, we talked about it, what was it, last couple weeks ago at TNS, over 12 White Wild Assaults in 1 match.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? It is that good. If you have the meter to spend, it really is a good, just completely circumvent neutral option for a lot of these big body characters.
Blessing us big bodies.
Absolutely.
We need that. We also almost had a Potemkin.
Almost.
A boy came in at 9th. It was very, very close, but here we are. Like we said, we are getting into the stage, and we are starting to get into the match here. We're going to have a button check before we get into it. But like we said, Goldlewis and Bridget going to the matchup here. It's going to be a tough one.
It is really difficult, right? Because Bridget just has those long-range tools to really poke out Goldlewis, keep him out. Goldlewis has to hold on to that yo-yo when it's placed on top of him. But like we mentioned, Wild Assault is that great equalizer, right?
Yes.
Goldlewis is going to try to get in by utilizing good air dashes, good use of Wild Assault, and of course the drone, too, to try and just slowly move forward behind it to catch Bridget.
So a lot of that to be found out. I think another tough thing, too, is that I feel like the drone is very strong, but at certain spacings, it feels impossible to actually get it out against Bridget. Unless you are actually genuinely full screen, it can be really difficult to actually get that out. As well as Bridget, with the way that she's able to move and the way that she's able to pressure, a lot of times can circumvent certain things like down with the system or our happy little Independence Day laser. Being able to actually get in for the throw in that kind of timing. It really does save you from a lot of pressure that Goldlewis can put out.
For sure, and also just having access to a DP, right?
Yes.
Starship may not be the strongest DP in the game, but it's a reversal option to blow through some of those Behemoth Typhoons, some of those setups that Goldlewis is going to want to put you in, especially if you can clash with the Behemoth Typhoons, right? Then you can immediately turn things around in a big way.
Absolutely, and that's one of the most important things, obviously, for Goldlewis in a lot of situations. Even if he's not hitting you, even if he doesn't get the open up, blocking is good enough. If he's able to put those normals on you, if he's able to start those Behemoths, if he's able to start knowledge checking you in all the wrong places, things can get sloppy very, very quickly. It's going to be up to the Bridget to try and maintain that space. A character length or 2 is where you want to be. You cannot let this guy get close.
But it's enough for speculation. It's time to jump right into the match here. Top 8 at DreamHack Atlanta. Let's get into it.
Whew.
All right, round start situation here. Yeah, RedIAmNot going to be a little bit more patient going up against Bridget, right? You don't want to make a huge mistake right at the start and immediately lose that momentum.
Already seeing a good backdash there, not respecting the Behemoths. Is able to use the White Wild Assault, though. And again, like you said, the DP is able to stop those Behemoths from being able to set that pressure up.
Yeah, it's just such a huge part of this game plan. There's the mortal counter on the 5H, but rolling attack straight into the Behemoth Typhoon, and look at the damage that's coming out here. Sets up the drone for the Oki, hops to the other side, but wow, actually taking the hit from the drone seemed to help a little bit there.
Oh, use of the deflect shield as well. Actually, pretty interesting way to go for it there. Does get the just block and is able to block the cannonball, but set up into that Oki once again. Nice block on the empty load twice in a row.
Yeah, but there's the RC. The pressure is not over yet. Finally, it's done. RedIAmNot tries to go right back in. AngelEye, she answers with the burst. It still is in control of the pace right now.
Okay. Defense still holding up, but you cannot block forever. Gets the punish. 50 meter available. 2P. We talked about that before. That is the premier bust out button.
Absolutely. I mean, it catches like you saw, rolling attacks in. It can catch low options as well. Just such a good angle that button comes out at. And now RedIAmNot is trying to take full control of the match here. Blocks the bear dive, but there it is. Beautifully placed 2H from AngelEye, immediately putting RedIAmNot into the corner to start running this pressure.
Sets up the yo again, and just like you said there, the clash with the behemoth, you're generally going to be able to get better value out of that, especially at that range. Roger going to break the wall. Positive bonus belting up again.
Got to watch out for that wide wall assault, but here we're going to drop the laser. Burn it down, and wow, going for the deflect shield there just to make sure you don't get pulled into Goldlewis's danger range. That's a really smart idea from AngelEye.
Oh my god, and a nice jump to be able to get over the Skyfish there. Is not willing to block the chain gun.
All right, JD, multi-hitting, going to be able to catch him.
Knockdown again, deflect shield again. Great use of that so far. The usage of the burst has been good, but it has not been good enough. Able to take the round.
Yeah, round apiece here. Jumping straight into round start. Again, RedIAmNot just backing up, utilizing that white wall assault to try and get something started, but was a little too far away even after getting the guard crush, right? But there we go. Bounce off the wall, misses the close slash. It's okay.
Still able to set up for the cross up there. Deflect shield again, very well used. We're seeing people adapt to this new system with certain wild assaults being a little bit worse, potentially better on other sides. Using that deflect shield to better effect than we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and I mean, that is just a side effect of the new patch of the game. Again, dropping that same combo with the close slash, just a little too close. Don't rock the baby here.
Okay, push to the wall. Not going to spend any of the bar, though, to be able to get the hard knockdown. Couldn't quite get the super.
No, but we do have a 100-meter here. It goes right through Roger with the white wall assault. Do y'all have your counters up? I don't know how many that is so far.
Oy, and dashes up and gets the dust. I love the use of the Skyfish, too, because we've seen AngelEye has represented backdash very often and really effectively. Skyfish, while it's a massive risk, is a great call out to backdash. Obviously, shooting 20 to 30 bullets is pretty active.
Yeah, for sure. Probably one of the most active fireballs in the entire game.
Oh, you know.
But here we go. Nice. Look at the damage on that conversion as well from AngelEye. Going to break the wall with the wild assault to make sure we get that hard knockdown.
Good pressure here. Oh my god, able to get straight into the low. Very nice use of the RC. Resets things, doesn't want to get the wall stick, wants to keep that pressure. Max meter available, lockdown, very smart.
Yeah, and we still have 50 meter to spare, right? That is another lockdown there. Return of the killing machine, tries the 6P. It actually does go through the yo-yo. That's huge. But what a backdash there into the 5H. Slow roll.
Oi, 2P, very good. PRC, extra bit of damage here. How are we going to leave it for the knockdown? Sets up the drone, max security, nice tech. That might be the round, honestly.
Here we go, push to the corner slowly but surely. Now AngelEye, she needs to brawl her way out. But RedIAmNot, they whiffed the 6P there. That's really unfortunate. Gets caught. Once again, that 5H mortal counter has been such a good tool here for AngelEye so far in the set.
It's just like we talked about before. At that like 2 character length range, it feels impossible to just cheese out a drone. You have to earn it in those spots.
Again, just trying to feel a way out to get in, right? We're sitting on that 50 burst, so White Wild Assault is a factor. But AngelEye, again, trying to stay outside of the range where it's super effective, right? So smart. The placement on the screen here, the spacing has been immaculate.
Okay, good block on the Wild Assault there. Smashing the 2P when you can, trying to stay active on defense. RC.
Yeah, goes overhead this time after going for the low in the last mix-up.
The IBFD there earned your way out of the corner. Very, very good. Drone wins the neutral. Time for the mix-up.
Gets caught in the backdash there with the big Behemoth Typhoon. Again, we dropped that close slash. That is a consistent thing here for RedIAmNot. It might be the nerves being on the stage under the bright lights.
Yeah, the spacing has been a little awkward. IBFD again wins the day on defense, but standing heavy. Oh my god.
Yeah, and you mentioned that before, right? It can be difficult to throw out that drone. You have to make sure you're not in that standing heavy slash range from Bridget.
Hard knockdown. How much value can you extract? Not quite enough.
Yeah, spent a little bit of that burst also for the deflect shield, not getting much off of it. And the deflect shield actually to push the White Wild Assault back. Interesting.
Oh my god, throws the reversal, gets the RC. Should be able to even up the rounds here. The double Behemoth, follow it up with a third. Oh, round apiece.
And I like that you mentioned, you know, the way that we've been seeing Deflect Shield used a lot more. The most recent patch made it to where anything that it pushes out, now it is a consistent length. There's no variables in the distance that it's pushed out, which means you can form a game plan around it. It's not as random as before, so it is much more stronger in this version.
It felt bad to get Deflect Shield and have them go nowhere.
Exactly.
There you go, break the wall. Half your life gone, though. Big reward here coming from the Bridget. Pushed away with the IBFD, high-low game. The low has been working out. Deflect Shield does buy you some room, though, but it's not quite enough room. Max meter still available. Killing Machine into lockdown.
Yeah, just didn't have any room to move. Recognize that the yo-yo was going to come back, so you have to be careful about that. The returning hitbox.
50 meter. Still available here for AngelEye. Gets the hit, pushes all the way to the corner. Gets the jump over, though. Clean IED from the big man.
Only goes for a 5H, no follow-up after. That is tragic to see, but it looks like AngelEye should be able to close this out there. Wild Assault to break the wall here, and there we go. One apiece between these two players. And you see, RedIAmNot seems a little confused there about
said out loud, what happened? Either way, 1-1. Gotta keep your composure. It's tough to do it on the stage, but we do what we must. DreamHack Atlanta continues. A game apiece. He's that Wild Assault aggressively early on, already gets to the corner.
Yeah, and you can see RedIAmNot already getting burst back as well, right? Wild Assault was nerfed a little bit in this patch to not take as much burst away from the opponent here.
Like this is good. Killing Machine. Gotta get plus frames.
Oh, that is not a trade you want to take.
And again, showing off that 2K buff, is able to find it once again. But the Starship.
Yeah, blowing right through it. Again, setting up the yo-yo, is able to score the throw. Yo-yo is back. I love the patience here from AngelEye, recognizing that RedIAmNot is sitting on a lot of resources, able to bait out the YRC, and that should be the round here. Doesn't even have to spend the meter to get it done.
If you can get this round right here, if you can secure this game, put Red in a spot where they have to get 2 in a row, things could be really dangerous here. Kicks the bar, close the distance there. A little scoot action. We get that touch again in the corner. Wall stick and the wall break. No meter to be able to get the hard knockdown.
And again, just utilizing Return of the Killing Machine as a lockdown tool, trying to prevent RedIAmNot from getting something started, but beautiful conversion there with a standing P. Again with the Deflect Shield, though, putting us way back. I love the use of meter here from AngelEye. You know, we talk about the white Wild Assault counter. I think we need the Roger counter for this matchup.
Absolutely, and it's like you said, it's really, really well used, especially using in tricky situations like that, going for the IED in and just canceling your momentum with it, able to kind of stifle your opponent's attempt at an anti-air. Back to character select, but I think just for a slowdown, not expecting any kind of character swap.
No, I think it's smart. You can definitely tell they're getting a little frazzled, right? You know, asking like what happened. You can see the expression on their face. Reel it back a little bit. Take a moment to breathe. Think about what's going wrong. Why am I not connecting these combos that I want to connect? And then jump right back into it when you're ready, which it looks like they are. And look at the focus, too. The focus on AngelEye. There's the blink. I was about to say, hasn't blinked yet.
I was going to say, locked in. All right, here we go, though. Back to it again, game 4. Off the start, gets the hit, and dude, the 99 is just so heavily in Bridget's favor.
Look at this, just standing full screen too. There is no need to approach Goldlewis, right? When you have the superior range, make RedIAmNot make a mistake trying to get in.
Max security, but no way to really access it here. Does get the jump in, a little bit extra damage. 6H not gonna work. Roger, good tracking on it, and is able to find that staggered pressure once again for the counter hit and the knockdown.
And again, just fading back, letting the yo-yo do its work, but it's time to burn it down. Orbital laser, able to get the side swap there, and there it is. Starship again with the DP.
Oh, using the wild assault there, trying to make a statement on this round.
Oh
Potentially
my God.
could.
You're
It's
dead.
not. Oh, it does kill with the behemoth. I wasn't sure if it was gonna reach. I wasn't sure if it was gonna kill.
Never doubt.
Never doubt the Goldlewis.
That's the big Hoth right there. All right.
Oh, but again, there have been like almost no behemoths on block that have been unanswered by DP. It's just not been a selectable option.
No, absolutely. When you feel that it's coming, just let the DP rip. Sometimes it can be risky, but sometimes it's the best thing you can do to get out of that situation. And it's paying off here for AngelEye. Gonna go ahead and get the wall break with the return of the Killing Machine. There's the hard knockdown, positive bonus. That's gonna build up the rest of that burst gauge as well.
Wild Assault though, clean connection. Gets a side swap, sets up the drone. Gotta get the anti-air here. Roger comes through, PRC to try and get some space, but it's not quite enough.
Catching the backdash with the close slash as well. Huge pickup is going to be able to close it out, and there it is with a kickstart my heart.
High potential once again. Round 3 might be going to a game 5, might be headed to the next set. A lot to decide in one round. The Wild Assault sets up the yo-yo.
Yeah, now you are in a difficult position. Back is up against the wall. It's so hard for Goldlewis to escape from Bridget here. This is where we've seen so many Goldlewis players fall before, but there's the White Wild Assault checking up with the 2P. Forced to block. Born to press, forced to block.
Dude, the killing machine. That's up. Wow, what a call out. Finds the knockdown straight into the drone. Get your pressure where you can. Gets the overhead once again. Nice double backdash.
Yeah, what was smart though from RedIAmNot after the backdash was just to do nothing, right? That double backdash would have absolutely blown them up if they tried to go for a Behemoth Typhoon, but there's another White Wild Assault checking with the 2K this time. Oh no, Bear Dive hits its mark. And now you're up against the wall.
And with the Wild Assault forward, especially with the meter, should be just enough straight through.
No, he has a big body, still alive. RedIAmNot has one more opportunity here. Can they do it? White Wild Assault into the PRC, but misses the pickup with the Behemoth.
Hold on. Knocked out again though. Jump in, not gonna make it. Behemoth connects,
OTG!
goes for the OTG, still alive. Wow, what a sequence.
Hit the Gendo Ikari pose. It's all according to plan, all right? Just trying to make things a little bit more exciting for the audience. Take it all the way to game 5.
See if AngelEye can restabilize. That is a tough loss. The set is in your pocket. 2-2, game 5 on the first set of the night for Guilty Gear Strive. White Wild Assault twice in a row, because why not? I'm not gonna burst defensively. I'm going, I paid to fight.
Chat, I hope you're keeping count of how many White Wild Assaults we've had, because I've lost. And there it is, close slash counter hit. That's going to be the round here. RedIAmNot starting to feel themselves. Set point with a perfect on the board. Let's see now, AngelEye does have, there it is, Wild Assault in. Just be able to set up that yo-yo safely.
Sets it up once again, goes to the double backdash, so it doesn't want to apply too much. Let's get the counter hit into Roger, breaks the wall.
Oh my God.
Your life gone. Positive bonus, hard knockdown. Empty chump gets thrown. This is huge.
Yeah, overhead connects twice in a row. Isn't able to get the pickup though, thanks to the drone forcing that knockdown. So AngelEye getting a second opportunity here, rolling right on in, tries to go for the JD for the overheads.
Good again, IBFD. With the jump in, not enough. DP, no free behemoths.
Oh, but there it is. Hard knockdown with the Skyfish. Into the throw. Sets up the drone. This is so scary. Has to block all this pressure. And the JD from Goldlewis comes through. RedIAmNot is going to move on. Falls out of his seat.
Oh, man, what a call out and what a finish. I feel like that was a great use of the deflect shield at the end, too. Good presence of mind to be able to use that to buy yourself some space, but couldn't quite get enough.
Yeah.
We have half of the dream secured. Goldlewis into winners finals, and we still have another one to go in winners. RedIAmNot headed on 4, but we will see more of AngelEye. Great play so far.
Incredible stuff from both of them. What a way to kick off top 8 here at DreamHack Atlanta. And like you said, we might get the second piece of the dream, because coming up next, we have another Goldlewis player in winner's side trying to get to that winner's finals.
Yes, we absolutely do. So we'll have to see how that pans out as we continue through our bracket. It is going to be Cheryo on the other side, playing it up. I believe he's going to be playing against Crescendo,
Crescendo.
who was Giovanna, who's been playing exceptionally well all weekend long. Definitely been, obviously, winner's side looking good. Giovanna versus Goldlewis, I'm not sure the landscape of the matchup coming into this patch with both of them getting pretty significant changes.
Absolutely.
I would say that probably just from the outside looking at it, it probably is relatively even, thinking about how Giovanna was lowered just a hair and Goldlewis has gotten some help.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Giovanna did get some consistency, though, with the follow-ups, right? Follow-ups now just being single button presses instead of having to do the motions makes her pressure and her combos a lot more consistent. But, you know, we're kind of in a new era of Strive. Really good changes, some almost like stealth buffs that have had a huge impact on some of these characters here. Very minor tweaks is all it's taken. And now we're starting to kind of rewrite some of these matchup charts.
Absolutely. But I do want to say again while we have some time, thank you to everybody who is not only tuning in for Finals Day here at DreamHack Atlanta, but also everybody here in the venue. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. As MK has already happened, Guilty Year happening now, and later on into the day, we are still going to have Street Fighter 6, as well as I believe Smash Ultimate is still going to be going on as well. So still plenty more to see, as well as the main expo hall still being open for quite a bit of time. So definitely make sure you check it out. DreamHack as an entire package has just been unbelievable, and man, what a way to cap off the year.
It always is. It is always such a great event. Any of the DreamHacks that you go to, if you've never been before, make sure to go to the one closest to your city, and also make sure to jump in and enter some fighting games as well, because, I mean, these basically have turned into mini majors, right?
Yes.
With the amount of players, the amount of quality of play that we have seen. And you can already just look at this bracket, right? This bracket has been insane leading up to this top 8, and the top 8 is only going to be better.
And I got to say, again, I said this last night, but you can see on the banners on front of the tables, never did I think I would see DreamHack having their own particular area for fighters. So huge shout out to Jabali and the whole DreamHack team and everybody for being able to put us into the spot. We got our own room.
Our own room. It's a crazy room, too.
It is definitely
huge.
very nice. Like you said, we definitely have our own beautiful space, our own, it feels like a proper major.
Yeah, for sure.
That's amazing stuff for sure. But like we said, we have our players on to the table. It's going to be Cheryo versus Crescendo coming on the other side of winners.
Yeah, and Crescendo has been on point all day today. Of course, we ran all of the Strive bracket today, so these players have not had a chance to cool down, right?
No.
They are heated up and ready to go, ready to fight. We just got our last qualifiers right before we started the top 8 too, right? So here we go, jumping straight into a button check to kick things off. Again, you know, we mentioned this matchup. This isn't even a matchup you see that often, to be honest, in the landscape of Strive.
At least not recently. But I mean, like we said, Giovanna obviously a big benefactor of the recent patches. I'd say the most recent patch has definitely been a little more of a negative effect on her, but still okay, still fully functional. Goldlewis, like we said, a big winner. Unsurprisingly, like we've said, I believe in the top 16 of this tournament, we had 4 Goldlewises. One of the most, if not the most represented character in the top 4, which is an unbelievable statement to my own ears.
It is kind of crazy, but you know, Cheryo's been kind of proven to be on the top of that Goldlewis mountain. He had an incredible performance at CEO Taku, really proving to be the crowd favorite in that tournament. And now coming off of that, here into DreamHack Atlanta is looking to try and win it all.
Absolutely, and has kept up that consistency as well. That's one thing that you always have to talk about when it comes to Guilty Gear, when it comes to a lot of these modern fighting games, is that players that do well online absolutely tend to do well offline as well. So being able to get those reps in and being able to get that practice is incredible. So seeing these two players that, like I was just saying, have been consistent online, offline, everywhere in between. It's time to get in to the other side of winners. It is going to be Goldlewis, and it is going to be Giovanna, Cheryo, and Crescendo.
Ooh, the bass. We got the Elphelt theme going. Let's go. All right, round start 2K. Cheryo trying to push out that button there. JD is going to hit its mark, and now you are stuck in the Goldlewis pressure. Backdash is caught by the Behemoth Typhoon, forced to spend that burst.
Definitely a scary thing for Giovanna. Obviously has good frame traps, but you do have to play that CQC to be successful, which is just the scariest place to be against the big man.
Exactly. For sure, and yeah, just doesn't want to deal with the drone at all. I respect that decision there from Crescendo, just backing up altogether. There's the dash, actually throws Cheryo out of the start of the Behemoth Typhoon startup, excuse me.
Attack, dash up 2K, very nice.
Newly buffed 2K.
Gets that back throw, sets up the drone once again.
Look at that 100-meter here on Cheryo's side, but is going to get tossed. Not a back throw, though, just thrown forward, so we still are mid-screen.
Wow,
oh, no.
Super aggressive choice with the BRC forward. Gets a throw again. The timing on the drone, it wasn't quite meaty. Sneaks in there. That's why we call him Big Millie.
Oh, JD still going to land on the other side. Has plenty of time to get that punish there on Crescendo. And look at that. Every single Behemoth is Kara. That is so difficult to do. The execution that it takes, Proxy.
And the amount of damage, the amount of chip, the humanity.
Bro, help!
Cheryo, 90% of that round was on block. A perfect.
Unfazed.
Help me.
You can't escape. There is no escape. And that's why you're seeing, like, in a lot of situations like that, if the Goldlewis is utilizing Kara Behemoth Typhoon so well, that's why you have to use Deflect Shield. And there it is, Big Melia with the JH cross-up. Crescendo gonna wake up Blue Burst here.
Okay, look for the 2K. Does get the knockdown with the counter hit 2P. Doggy arrow, able to easily jump away. And again, counterpoke 2P.
And now your back is up against the wall. Look at the chip damage that's coming through. Gets caught on the low and you're dead. Bro, help. Help.
That's all he can ever get out when I'm seeing him work. Still has full burst available as well, so 2 White Wild Assaults potentially on the table here. Good staggered pressure, but again, it's a little scary.
There we go, I like it. Remember, Giovanna, she really lives and dies in that strike throw game, right? She does have some more mix-up tools now thanks to some of those buffs. But there it is, speak of the strike throw. Gonna be able to break the wall here. Yeah, not with a super though, unfortunately, so now you're going straight back to neutral against the Cheryo, who has White Wild Assault available.
Still sitting with that buff though, obviously Giovanna, one of the only characters in the game where it is genuinely beneficial to be able to hold on to some of that meter.
Are we thinking about the laser? No, no, no. I feel like they're thinking about it. Oh, what a trade, though.
Thinking about the drone instead. Gets the anti-air, drops him into the drone. Gets the confirm. No. Are you serious?
Oh, but we missed. We missed the behind the back, the Behemoth Typhoon. And is this going to flash? No, it doesn't. It blows straight through it there. Nice stuff from Crescendo.
I really like that. I really like that, especially with the amount of meter that you had. No reason not to go for it. Spinning dog kick, definitely effective in that spot.
And there it is, scores the throw. Meaty Behemoth tries to go for the overhead this time. And counter hit, bar slash. Look at that, three hit combo, so much damage.
And goes for the Behemoth with nothing afterwards, so the deflect shield does not connect. Down with the system.
So put her inside the coffin, all right? And another perfect there from Cheryo, going up 2-0 here in this winner's side match. Crescendo really needs to dig deep, figure out how to avoid and get out of some of this Goldlewis pressure, because we've seen a few rounds where Crescendo has mostly spent it blocking the entire time. Nice 2D to go right underneath the drone. Really smart move there from Crescendo.
But bust out with the Behemoth. Was waiting for the burst, it looked like there.
All right, plus frames there with the spiral arrow into the throw, nearly at 100 meter. Guard crush of their own. Taste of Goldlewis's own medicine. Fast RC to get the low. That's going to be around.
Yeah, so smart there. Obviously, Giovanna being able to capitalize on that low so well. Getting around ahead, getting themselves potentially on the board here. So important to keep that momentum up. You cannot let the Goldlewis run away with it. Gets the knockdown with the White Wild Assault. And now, here come the Behemoths.
Uh-oh, you're dead. If you don't burst, okay, I was about to say, that is a kill combo right there if you get hit by that specific Behemoth Typhoon.
And it might be another one here. Look at the meter.
Oh, we don't spend any of our own meter, though. And now you're giving Crescendo an opportunity. Still 100 meter here on Cheryo's side. This is going to be a difficult comeback for Crescendo to make. And there it is. 2P2B Behemoth Typhoon. Set point now for Cheryo.
Just straight in for the jump. Close has to follow, finds the headbutts, not even going to go for the drone, just closes the distance with the Behemoth. Good use of the deflect shield. White Wild Assault in response.
And that's a consistent that we've been seeing, right, from Goldlewis players. You get pushed out, okay, I'm back in, nice. It's a reverse Uno card, okay?
Oh my God, and then the max distance Behemoth into the RC to be able to get the follow-up. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's set.
2 Goldlewis in winners finals. The down players are in shambles.
They are in shambles. You know, we were having a little conversation
we're joking
earlier.
a little bit.
A little conversation about Goldlewis top 5, maybe? Maybe?
Dude,
and these two players,
it's hard to argue with results.
They're making a pretty good case for it at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, that is just how things have been going here. DreamHack Atlanta looking amazing. A lot of big names stepping up to be able to get to this spot. Winners finals is set, and we're going to head down into one of the most stacked losers brackets of the year. When you look at the names that entered this bracket and you look at the people that were able to make it into the top 8, it is kind of unreal to see everybody's bracket paths to this point. For now, though, we are going to go into Aneema versus Skulldugger. So, like we said before, Aneema, obviously a very strong player, has been playing primarily the Ramlethal. does have the Elphelt and has proven the strength of it. Obviously, like we said, did qualify in with a match with Elphelt. So there is the potential for the swap, but I'm expecting to see the Ramlethal the whole set.
Yeah, and I mean,
especially against Faust.
That Elphelt looks incredibly practiced and obviously tournament ready, right? If you're able to qualify into top 8 in a stacked tournament like this, it is 100% tournament ready. I mean, one of the big things we saw is a lot of Elphelt players, it's very easy to just autopilot with her and want to constantly go for the Pineberry mix-ups over and over. But what you see that Aneema does is Aneema mixes it up with the heavy gunshot Oki as well, right? To constantly keep you on your toes, and it really makes that offense so potent and terrifying. But like you mentioned, Ram is there, so it depends on which of the sisters we are going to pick here, which of the Valentines is going to come out.
Yeah, definitely could go either way. I think that's another important thing while we're on the subject of Elphelt is that I feel like one of the only like glaring weakness for the character is that it can be difficult to get offense started. But once you get there, her mix-up and her ability to stay on you is pretty strong. It's just difficult to navigate neutral with when your buttons that match up to your opponent's big buttons feel a little more committal, right?
Yeah, and I think in this matchup against a character like Faust, who has great neutral tools, right? Great buttons.
100%.
That is going to kind of push it over to Ram. Because Ram is the one who has incredible neutral, can carry you to the corner like unlike any other character in a lot of cases, just throwing out that sword. But we are going to jump into things with a quick button check, and I do see Ram locked in, but who knows yet?
Yeah, but I mean, the other thing we have to talk about when it talks to Ram, it's not a boulder, man. It's a rock.
It's a rock.
The rock is unbelievable at being able to reset pressure. It's a great starter for combos. It just overall has been a breath of fresh air to the kit of Ram. And it's not even like she really needed another way to reset neutral, but boy, did we get it. Reset pressure, excuse me.
Yeah, honestly, one of the most used new special moves among the characters that have received new special moves, right? You look at a character like Potemkin's had a pretty good new special move. Axel's is kind of insane.
It's pretty good.
Rams has been so consistent and has now become like a vital part of her pressure and of her game plan.
I would say Faust is another one of those characters, though. Eating the items is actually kind of crazy. Being able to store your items, being able to choose things. I believe, was it this patch where he just, like, if he pulls a banana and eats it, he just eats it?
It automatically
does it. You can just eat
the
donut now? You don't have to throw it out, you can just eat it? That's great.
It's all mine, bro. No sharing. No sharing at all. Now, if only we could do something about that trumpet.
He just pulls it out and plays it. Oh, man. Here we go, another match, but this time going to be coming from the losers bracket, fighting it out for 7th place. Ramlethal facing off against the Faust, Aneema, and Skullduggers.
And Skull, again, looking incredibly strong throughout this weekend here. One of the best Fausts in North America. But here we go. It's going to be difficult to play that footsies game, play that neutral game against a character like Ram, whose neutral is so potent. But right now, Skull is able to get the snip, snip, snip. The Afro is on deck.
The light up, using that double jump, tries to flip away, straight back into the corner, hand delivered.
Yeah, we got Mini Faust inside too.
He's the best item, I don't care.
He is, he's so good. Faust devouring his own son. So here we go, backdash, trying to catch the backdash there with the PRC. That was smart, but we go for the super item toss, trying to get as many on the field as possible. It just is able to stay above the trumpet there. That is so smart from Aneema.
Oh my god, but the windshield wipers, even after the interruption of the item, still able to maintain pressure here. Nice on the dash forward. The cancel's beautiful and is able to get the punish on the attempt to tech throw. Trying to tech throws in this game without 50 meter is such a huge commitment.
It really is, really is. You're better off just trying to jump in a lot of cases or go for a backdash. Bomb has been bagged there, but a mortal counter straight into the rock pickup. Is Skull going to get the chance to toss it out?
He tried to go for the just block. That's a great dash cancel once again. Like you said, the corner carry, the Wild Assault does not connect, I don't think, though. So it is going to be the sword breaking the wall. So back to neutral.
Yeah, and another huge thing for Faust as well is, you can see that icon at the bottom right. It tells you what item that Faust has in the bag, right? The one that he has in his stomach.
Pressure continues. YRC breaks out just a little bit. One sword on deck for Aneema. Not going to matter too much, though. Mix, mix, mix. And is able to shoot out the bomb. The mortar strike.
Bombos? No, not quite. But still able to keep the pressure up. Does get clipped by the windshield wipers, but the homies come through and save the day.
But look at the life total, maybe too little too late. How do you get any kind of value out of this? JP able to keep the lockdown. There's the throw. Opportunity arises.
Gotta watch out though. Aneema is sitting on 50 meter. Mini Faust is out, and he just walks away. Says you don't need me to do anything.
Here. I'm good. We're good.
You got this. You got this.
He said it's one. This one. Okay, pushed away. Rock. Very nice on the just block, though. Kind of avoids getting any of that value coming out from having to block the rock and finds the throw once again for the punish.
Yep, sends out the 1-ton bomb. All the way into the corner. Another 1 ton to get that guard break there. Time for the snip, snip, snip. Into the Disco Inferno. But now tries to catch low. Gold burst right as the Afro was about to explode. Good awareness from Aneema, but still getting caught now with the item super coming out.
I love the UC item super there. It goes for the 2S, jumps over the bomb, try and reset pressure. Here come the homies off the trumpet, forces the block. Essentially a burst coming out there. But here we go. Clean touch. Aneema breaks the wall. Can't find a hard knockdown though, so back to neutral.
Yeah, and so far Skull has been really strong at neutral.
Oh!
Teleports behind the windshield wipers, but Aneema was ready with a PRC of her own.
Crazy reaction coming out. Rekka's goes for the flip. 5P, very nice. What a press.
Just so fast paced between these two. It's hard to believe that was game number 1.
Seriously.
And there we go, picking up with the 2H, carrying all the way to the tournament. That's carrying all the way to the wall, excuse me.
Okay, dash up, close slash. Just blocking everything. Looks for the throw, punished, and forces the burst. Strong.
All right, yep, into the RC. Just gonna walk you to the corner as well. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, but one whiff throw means that Skull gets a get out of jail free card. Setting up a bomb.
And production is telling me, apparently, as we go straight through with the best super, apparently this is Skull's first offline tournament. What a crazy performance. What a crazy performance.
Absolutely, making it to top 8 in your first offline here, but now you have to survive the Ram Storm.
It doesn't matter how many items you pull out here. Nice teleport into the air, though. Maybe it does matter.
What happened
there? Swing straight afterwards. Okay. Aneema gets the better.
Yeah, tried to go for the wild assault there, but just got caught in the startup. Really unfortunate. So now you're going into the next round, down half of your burst, too.
My king, he said, I'm out of here. Not interested. 5P, very nice.
And there we go. Straight into the shin breaker. Someone call a doctor.
They said, but not for me. Ouch. Straight to the wall.
Hard knockdown situation here. Skull going to be able to build out a lot of that tension and that burst meter back.
Full burst for Aneema. Goes for the eat, has the hammer available, shoots it out straight away. But the rock wins neutral.
Ducking right underneath the sword, but gets caught by the windshield wipers trying to run forward, and Aneema immediately taking control of the match, sitting in the driver's seat, gets the hard knockdown with the wild assault. Still, Skull sitting on the 100 meter, has the opportunity to bring this back, but it's not gonna matter though. 5 DRC closes out game number 2.
Slides on in with the tap dust. Obviously one of the strongest things for Ram, consistently on the way through. Back into it again. Whew. This has been a journey. These matches feel like an eternity, every single one.
Oh, but an unfortunate burst there for Skull. Aneema actually puts Skull into the corner. Still, we fight our way out. No harm, no foul. Set the Afro up again. Another, empty jump command grab.
Oh, and I love that. Goes for the mix, the tricky stuff. Extra damage to break through the wall. Not quite enough to kill. Full burst for Skull, but you want to get out of this round without having to spend it if you can. And you do. 5P, what a mash.
Yep, just mash on it. The risk reward there was definitely in Skull's favor, right? Had basically full health, could afford to do it.
Oh my god, dashes up for the 5P, reacts and sees the jump, is able to get the 6P in response, eats meteors.
Uh-oh. This is actually scary. I'm surprised we didn't send it out after getting the command grab there, but holding on to it for a decent setup. Oh, did we try to go for burst? Yeah, we did. We bursted straight through the super. There it is, and now the meteors get sent out. Sets the Afro on fire, but the burst comes out from Aneema. Utilizes the throw to make sure we can get over the Afro exploding.
And with the windshield wipers, is able to break and get the kill. Executed once again. Round 3. Jumps over the rock, looks for the dive kick. Great angle on that, lands right at the feet. You always want to aim as low as possible anytime you're going for a dive kick for the better frame advantage.
Oh, and we're actually able to backdash the windshield wipers there, but beautiful IED from Aneema is able to actually get a counter hit as well. Things are not looking too good for Skull. Back is up against the wall. We got the meter to spend. There it is. Send the laser.
Yeah, slicing through those guts. Great amount of damage to come through. There was a world where that was killed one day. Oh my god, and another great follow-up. The jump scares, utilizing the 50 meter. Aneema gets another one.
Yep, up 2-1 now. You can see the tension there. Trying to get rid of that tension in Skull's shoulders. Jumping straight into this next round.
Gotta build up some of that tension. We need something to use here. Tries to go for the dive kick. Good spacing on it.
Oh no, just got caught by the ending frames there of the sword explosion. Forced to spend the burst just to get an opportunity to escape. Ooh, that was a little bit of, you know, a squirrely situation there, right? Threw out the bomb. Maybe didn't want the bomb in that situation. Was a little too high up, and now straight. Bro, help, help. And now it's set point here for Aneema, sitting on full burst going into this next round. Immediately spends it. They have the right idea.
Classic. You're plus in that situation.
And now the Rock once again trying to keep the pressure up into the throw. OTG.
Hop over, corners herself though. This is dangerous. Skull gets the mini Faust as well, controls the space, and is able to break the wall here. No hard knockdown, but still resources looking good for both players.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Skull might have to spend. Oh no, actually gets the back throw there. Thought we might have to spend that meter defensively, but now we have the chance to spend it to be aggressive. 6H, Scarecrow. Oh, covers it! There's no right way to guess in that situation with 100 meter on the Scarecrow.
Throw comes through, not enough to kill. One more throw will do it. Close slash in response, ducks the fireball. He's able to get away from the sword. Anything will do it now.
A single touch here to keep Skull alive, and there it is, 5P. But you're not out of the woods yet. Aneema is still sitting on set point.
The deep exhale, though, I love to see this. The confidence is there. Looking for the 2P, goes to the 6P, goes for the mix, and angles it perfectly to make Aneema think there's going to be a little more room to press than there is. Gets the throw, gets the explosion on the Afro. Gonna get the wall stick as well.
Yep, able to pocket the Afro here, meaning that next time we get a knockdown, we can get that setup started. 5H hits its mark, but there's the burst from Aneema.
Look at the meter, too. We've seen him go for the items quite often, but instead, it's just going to be the clean touch from full screen 2-2.
All the way to game 5 once again.
Wow, impressive showing from both of these players. Another great game 5 to come. Rising JP definitely works out pretty well here on Faust if you can catch him standing.
There we go, Love Bomb hits its mark again with the snip. Skull has been so consistent at landing those, but this time Aneema wakes up with the gold burst.
I think that 6P only hit because the Afro smacked her in the hair.
And now the Afro is on fire. Still went for the super a little too early, so got hit by the guard crush there.
Eats trumpet, PRC. Wow, tech is attempted, not gonna work. Skull on the verge. What a turnaround after being on the edge.
And one of the great things about Skull's play here has been the use of that PRC proxy. Consistently using PRC to cover so many of these command grabs, so many of these throw options, getting out of harm's way, but now you're about to be put right back into it. Back is up against the wall. No resources to save you, but who needs resources when you have a 5P like that?
Dashing up, 2P, very nice.
Pockets the hammer. Oh, interesting trade there, allowing Skull to keep the pressure up. Mix once again, sends out the 1-ton.
Hammer comes through. Still okay. 6P and nothing, no cancel. Rock comes out, a little bit of damage trade to come through. Wow, what a trade! Wow, 2S!
Whoa! It beats out the windshield wipers. Nearly gets the pickup there after the homies coming through with the trumpet, and there it is! Skull staying alive in his first offline tournament.
Jesus, man, an incredible follow-up. Faust continues to roam. What a strong showing, but huge shout obviously to Aneema.
For sure.
Top 8, an incredible placing for sure, but the double-edged sword, it's always it's the greatest thing about the FGC, it's the worst thing about the FGC, it's the greatest thing about the open brackets, and it's the most heartbreaking moment. One must stay and one must go. Faust would continue to, you know, dish out some of the medical advice as we continue forward. The other side of losers is where we will head now as we keep going. DreamHack Atlanta continues to deliver.
Yeah, the dishing out medical advice by putting people in the hospital, huh? Okay.
My God, dude.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get to see any of that Elphelt on stream, though, from Aneema. But there will be another tournament. There will be another time in place, and I'm sure we'll see it again eventually. But again, we still have to move through this bracket, right? Through this loser side of the bracket. We got to send another player home, which is sad to see.
Yes. Absolutely, headed into the loser. So we'll see, like you said, on the other side, it is going to be MFCR, and it's going to be facing off against Hotashi. So these two have played a ton. Absolutely. Played two players that are super well familiar with each other. Definitely have gone to the toe-to-toe many a times. It's going to be Leo versus Bridget is the expected matchup here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know that MFCR has been feeling pretty good about Leo, right? Opted not to drop him after the nerfs when a lot of different Leo players really did just kind of jump ship, right? To run for other characters like Sin, run for other characters like Giovanna.
Loki, he did play Happy Chaos in 1 TNS. Don't think I forgot. I remember he did do that.
That's right.
Don't think I forgot.
No.
I love it though. No. But yeah, the Leo is going to be it. He's, like you said, he has stuck with the character the whole way through, and he's done so well with it.
Uh-oh. No, he's not coming back here, is he?
No. Not like this.
He's about to come have a word with us.
Nah, he's going out. He's grabbing a different chair. Very nice.
No, real talk, these chairs are comfortable as hell.
They are. I mean, that's one thing, too, depending on the type of controller you play on. A lot of the times, certain chairs, you know, the arms can get in the way. I know when I'm playing on stick, I don't like having the arms on the chair.
And look, I love Hotashi, but he broke my heart today, all right? He took down all these Goldlewis players on his way to top 8. We could have had 4 Goldlewises, but he said no. He said no, it's not allowed. Not allowed this weekend.
I do want to just point out one more time, and then I'll stop. There was the potential for 4 Goldlewises and a Potemkin. That was a world that almost existed.
In another timeline.
That almost happened. Very, very close. But either way, I'm very excited to get to see how this plays out. Like we said, watching Hotashi play, he's definitely playing super solid this weekend. So we'll have to see if the results can continue to come through for him, or if MFCR, who has already been a DreamHack champion himself, can maybe put one on the board for himself. I believe both of these two actually have taken home a DreamHack trophy, a DreamHack title themselves.
Yeah, so former champions going up against each other, but unfortunately this is in the loser side, so only one of them gets to stay in the bracket, and we're about to find out who very shortly. And let's see, hovering over Elphelt? Probably just for the button check.
Probably just for the button check, for the memes.
No, we're going back to Bridget. Of course, you know, if anyone's not aware, Hotashi, one of the greatest Elphelts in the entire world in Guilty Gear Xrd.
Yes, absolutely. Legacy with the character for sure. I feel like it's one of those things where there's only 2 types of people, and it's like, I can't play the same character in 2 games because it'll mess up my muscle memory, or I have to play the same character in every game because I love them so much, right?
Hey, well, luckily with Strive, she's so different that the muscle memory doesn't really matter, right, at this point.
Hey, I mean, that's been the case with a lot of different things. But we'll see. I'm not sure if we're going to get straight into it or if we're going to have a button check. We'll have to see. I think we're going to get straight in. We're going straight in.
Right into it. You can check your buttons in the character select, all right? It's 2023. It's basically in every fighting game.
But it's time to get it going. Again on the loser's side, it's going to be Hotashi, TNS's very own MFCR.
No bias.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Had to sneak it in. He's wearing the jersey.
I know. Gonna let the intros rock here as well.
Heaven or hell.
Bro, he really rolls up with a whole crew just to watch.
Does. Hotashi is swatting a gnat. I have definitely had to swat a couple gnats at this commentary desk. All right, let's see it. The match begins.
All right, round start. Immediate 2S there from MFCR, forcing the burst out of Hotashi early on.
Wow.
Yeah, one bad DP, and this is exactly what can happen to you. MFCR still going to get the wall break here. Sends out the pizza cutter. Clean 60% of your health and 1 confirm. No big deal.
DPs again, though, not deterred. Had the meter. DP in response. It's going to be very back and forth between the two. They're both very confident in their reads, and they're both playing characters where you kind of have to establish that you'll do it. Both of these characters need to establish the DP to be able to get any kind of respect. But when I say establish the DP, I did not mean from 2 character links at round start.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the MFCR special, right? He is known to let the DPs rip, for better or for worse sometimes in these brackets. But this time it's going to hit its mark there with the mortal counter. Just a little shy to score that throw, which allows Hotashi to get the knockdown and start running some more offense. Oh my God.
Up the flex shield. Maybe an execution error, either that or a very ballsy read. Pressure continues for Hotashi, able to extract a ton of value, but the back though, potential incident.
Yeah, you see, unstance into the throw, trying to blow up the DP opportunity there from Hotashi.
Oh my God, and it sneaks underneath, but doesn't break the wall with the meter, is not able to get the kill. Back to neutral, PRC in response, gets the throw! Checkmate, but not enough to kill.
Oh, and tries to dash forward into the fireball, but didn't remember that the yo-yo was behind him. I think going for the throw in that situation, too, was so smart from Hotashi to circumvent any form of a DP coming from MFCR, which you've seen plenty of times so far in these first 2 rounds.
Dash up 6P, puts the chest out. Nice gold burst on reaction to the overhead there. Is able to completely nullify the mix-up. Couple trades in a row. Gotta favor Hotashi on those, but still stuck in the corner.
Yeah, stuck in the corner, but has meter to spare. Does get caught, though, in the mortal counter. This is going to be a lot of damage. Not quite enough to kill because we don't have meter to do it. And we're going back to neutral here. Hotashi has another opportunity. Mortal counter with the 5H, but doesn't take the opportunity to go right on in.
Yeah, and that fireball from Leo is definitely really strong. A lot of the times we refer to it more as an anti-zoning fireball. He's not very good at being able to be a hard zoner himself, but he's very good at using it as potentially a burst option in situations like that, or being able to use it to nullify other people's fireballs. His H fireball's projectile durability is really high, but it looks like we might have a swap. We're going to go to the Blade.
Oh, go to the Blade, and we're getting the theme on deck as well. Of course, Nago did take a little bit of a hit in this patch, right? Bite is not as potent as it was before, so you can't as consistently put people into the Mario Party minigame as you could at the start of Season 3.
Yes.
It's still dangerous, though. It is still very dangerous, and this character still has a lot going for him.
Absolutely. With, the small changes definitely put him down a tiny bit, but he is absolutely still worth fighting with and worth fighting for, so... Nagoriyuki back at it again.
That was nice.
Duel 1.
With the mint jacket on, I feel like it's been ages since I've seen this.
As always. And I feel like Hotashi just plays different when he's got the Nagoriyuki on. There's an air of confidence. Gold burst.
Yeah, that's one way to spell confidence, right? Gold burst coming through. Baits out the burst there from MFCR.
Okay. DP though, wake up with the 2K. Gonna get that interrupt. Beyblade throw for the punish.
All right, 2K immediately trying to go for that triple slash series, but finding the gap there at the end immediately lets the Berserker Barrage come out. Of course, it was 5P though. You're gonna be able to block that. Absolutely, but had the 100 meters, so we were able to RC to stay safe. Trying to put him into the Mario Party minigame, but there it is.
Yeah, the blood had already racked up at that point. Had to take a risk to try and secure the round. Great blocking from MFCR. And another great round start win with the 2S. That's another big change to this. With the hitbox changing, with the hurtbox, changing on Shizu. He doesn't just get to kind of nullify you at round start with Shizu in a lot of matchups where he used to be able to.
Absolutely. You've seen the compilations on Twitter where players are able to finally beat Nago at round start. Finally. There we go, gets the Beyblade knockdown, PRC forward, tries to go for the bite, but MFCR absolutely ready for it.
Smart close slash, and now Hotashi in a very bad spot here, even with the push away, does not have a lot of blood to play with. Gets the knockdown though, and the kill. The big knockdown, the big sleep.
We're not quite at the big sleep yet. Hotashi still has 1 life remaining here to bring things back. And we're going back to character select. Reevaluating things. Are we gonna see the Elphelt? Maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're on the color select now. Come on, Hotashi, do it.
It'd be fun to see it in the top 8.
Do it for the people. Do it for Lost Soul.
He puts a thumbs up to the crowd to check and see.
I don't think he wants to do it. But he's always a people pleaser, right? Likes to hype things up for the crowd. So let's see. 2 thumbs up?
We're going to Bridget. Oh, it is going to be the Elphelt. Okay, so we are going to lock it in. So we are going to have the Elphelt. MFCR not looking phased here, man. He's just been selecting his music as time goes on. He's not too worried about it. He said, pick what you want. It's fine.
The fear here is that there are gaps in some of Elphelt's pressure, right? Elphelt cannot really reset the Rekka over and over on you, and the DP is going to be an easy way to escape from that.
Good to see a lot of smiling faces in the crowd, too. Appreciate you all for being here. The match continues. It's like we said, Elphelt has pretty good pressure once you get there, but getting there can be very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. You're already seeing Hotashi trying to play a little bit of the zoning game. You have to be really careful about that Bridal Express. The spacing on it is so key. It is not safe. 6P, Wall Assault misses, though. I like the use of the far slash and the heavy slash here from Hotashi. But DP into RC means that you are about to get sent. No, not quite through the wall. Nice back throw there from Hotashi. Gets an opportunity here for the mix. 2H leads into that canned Pineberry mix-up.
Run through. Unsanson low, clean as ever. And it is enough to kill, so potentially the set to come through. MFCR, can you close, or is Hotashi going to be able to get some kind of run back? What a start with the DP.
All right, again, just spending the wild shot. Look at that risk gauge. And there it is, mortal counter with the tap 5D. This is going to hurt. Brother!
4 hits, by the way. Okay, pushed away, close to the distance, able to get the throw there. Saw the DP coming out and knew he was going to be able to get the throw. Pineberry, left, right, very nice.
Yeah, using that JD to get to multiple hits in the air. Burst is baited out, and that's going to be it. MFCR takes it 3-0. Look out. Daggers.
I love one of the greatest things about Guilty Gear in the modern day is just how much everybody kind of knows each other, how much the energy is perfect. This is perfect.
It really is.
Jobber, this is perfect.
But great,
up, bro.
Great showing there from Hotashi, though. Give it up for Hotashi, bringing out 3 characters here. You know, a character specialist, very proficient with multiple characters. We got to see all of them on the stage, and you'll love to see that.
MFCR, that Leo is just a little too clutch, a little too strong. No switch-ups required. Is going to continue to carve that path through the loser's side. We have even more of the loser side coming now. I believe we're going to switch over to the other side now to be able to put ourselves a little farther forward. We had just a huge field of players here at DreamHack Atlanta. It put us all the way down to 8. We're almost down to 4.
Almost.
We are slowly cutting this thing down. AngelEye is going to be back up again, though. We saw earlier on she was coming through with the Bridget and was definitely looking very, very strong the entirety of the match, but couldn't quite clutch it out. Had one crucial drop in the end of that set that ended up costing it, but opportunity arises if you're here for it.
That's true, but is going to be going up against Skull, who has been on point tonight. Some of the best Faust play I have seen in a long, long time. Again, like we mentioned, his first major, right? Coming out to play offline. We've seen it time and time again. These online players coming out and dominating, proving that their online results aren't a fluke, right? They can recreate them in these offline environments with all the lights, with all the glamour, with the crowd in front of you making noise.
Not too worried about it. We'll see how the matchup goes between the two. Bridget versus Faust is going to be the expected matchup here. And overall, I feel like Faust does pretty well to fight out of it. I think the ability to kind of select your items and kind of push through. And I also want to say specifically, I like how often Skull uses the super item toss.
Yes.
Quite often uses it, if only just to create chaos. A lot of the time it just buys you a ton of real estate. Depending on the layout of items you get, you really can just win the corner off of one interaction with 50 meter.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a core part of Faust's gameplay in this, right? Is chaos, controlled chaos. As the person playing against Faust, you need to know how to interact with all of these different items, right? But no one's going to know how to interact with them better than the Faust player themselves.
There's a reason we always get so hype over the bombos.
Yes, the bombos are incredible. And I mean, even in Strive, the fact that he can throw out multiple items over and over and over, right? That was locked to a super in Exerd. He had a cooldown. He had to wait till the item was off screen. So that even more reinforces the chaos factor of Faust. And it's really going to be, how is AngelEye, how is she going to be able to navigate through that chaos to start running that Bridget game plan?
And I feel like the toughest thing about it, too, is just that it's not like he's just an agent of chaos. His normals are also kind of bonkers.
Always.
He just is super fundamentally sound. In the beginning of Strive, there was a huge problem with consistency for this character. He had a really tough time being able to link a lot of his normals together. His 2S didn't function really the way it was supposed to. There was a lot of problems with him. And with every single patch, he's become more consistent, whether it's been consistency buffs or just pure buffs. This character continues to rise. We might be in the era.
In the era of the tall big boys now, right? Like Kizzy said, he used to be loused, but now he has been found. We got that F back in front of his name, all right? Faust is back in a big way.
You think he's honorary big body? He's kind of tall.
He's honorary big body, for sure, for sure. He's like 8 feet tall, you know, that counts, that counts.
Oh, man. But either way, getting ourselves started once again, continuing through our losers bracket.
Duel 1.
If you shop at the big and tall section, you count, all right?
Wow, right away. I swear it's the best command throw in the game. It has 100%. So far in the top 8, it has 100% hit rate.
It's just no one uses it.
Just by the way.
But here we go. Meteors are out. Immediately crosses up to the other side, getting the blue beat combo, forcing the burst power out of AngelEye.
Low profile there. Is able to get the meteors and actually gets the E, sets it up. Is able to get the jump over, but the bomb is still behind. Got to be careful. Scarecrow into the block. Almost gets the bombo.
That was a little terrifying there, trying to get a little bit of a mix-up, but Starship is going to come out with the DP. Okay, gets the knockdown. Time to start running the yo-yo pressure, catching the backdash with the 2K. Going to be able to break the wall here, and it's going to kill. Okay. Yep, trying to keep her locked down there with the love bomb. But remember, Faust does get another action in the air after the love bomb comes out.
6P, a little too committal, didn't work out in that spot. High-low game once again with the yo-yo set up, gets the connection, forces the burst, 100 ton is going to reset things a little bit.
J2K able to hit its mark. Oh, just sending the bomb out. More bombs!
And the hammer to follow. Yep, absolutely. When you get into a spot like this, you might as well spam it up.
Oh, we were able to get over Mini Faust too, I believe. But is he going to come back? Is he going to try to save his father? It doesn't look like it, Proxy. There it is, closing out the round.
I like this energy.
That's every Faust match, all right? You can't help but laugh when you're fighting this character.
Things get messy. He's just one of the most, he's one of the coolest Guilty Gear characters they've ever released, I gotta say it.
For sure. All the way back in Missing Link, Dr. Baldhead. I like the way that Skull is trying to low profile a lot of these normals from Bridget, right? That is a really unique thing about being able to crawl under some of these items, some of these buttons. There's the burst coming out, sends out the hammer, still a little too far away. AngelEye maintaining good spacing, but does get caught by the 2K.
Yeah, 2K, a militant button there from Faust, obviously. In a lot of situations, could potentially be a vertical anti-air as well. It's just so much multifunctional.
Oh, yep, and that JD hitting its mark. Look at this wild assault pickup. Coast to coast there from AngelEye, but is able to escape with the Scarecrow PRC. Still has 50 meters to spare.
And is able to bait the, oh, dude, the DP comes through. It's not quite able to connect.
I appreciate that we went for the RC into nothing to make sure that Mini Faust didn't screw up the combo, right? We've seen that too many times. All right, checking.
Dude, the low profile, so sick. Masters the 5P. It's a great backdash though from AngelEye. Gets the high-low. That is another move that has been 100% hit percentage for AngelEye in this top 8.
It's just so difficult to block that mix-up with the fast RC. And now immediately backdashing up a couple times to create some space. Point blank mortal counter. Kept it a little delayed to try and bait out the burst there, and is going to be able to close out the round.
Yeah, generally very smart. If you can naturally fit in a burst bait without dropping your combo, you almost always should. Definitely the right call.
And so AngelEye is doing a really good job when we're maintaining that space, right, to try and score that knockdown. Skull is having a difficult time getting in the range where Faust's normals are actually very effective. And like we said, kind of similar to the Goldlewis matchup, it can be difficult to throw out items depending on how close Bridget is because of the threat of 5H. Whoa! Able to block, but doesn't block the low. That was nasty. Diabolical, even.
Oh, 5K, straight to the face. She's the perfect height to just get kicked in the face by Faust 5K. It's literally, it's designed in mind.
Here we go, gets the knockdown, sends out the trumpet. Had to go on in, right? Bridget was going to get that trumpet for free.
It was a great tech though, and a great deflect shield in the air, but it's still not enough to buy yourself some room. PRC trying to get out of the commitment there, breaking the rules a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a scrambly situation, but we've been consistently going
the
up.
Hammer! The hammer fixes the combo! Crazy!
Bro. Hammer after hammer there. AngelEye, she was unable to escape from the corner every time she tried to jump out. Skull was up there chasing.
Is Skull wearing the Faust shirt too? That's fire.
I think he is.
That's actually super fire.
Representing.
Finally, Rock the Baby misses there, forces the burst.
All right, keeping space. But the 6P hit this mark, forces the burst out of Skull. And these early bursts are such a new key part of Strive. Now that you build burst gauge back so much faster with positive bonus, you can go for those early bursts just to try and get the momentum to swing in your favor, which is exactly working right now for Skull.
Absolutely. Not quite as strong as last patch, but good grief, I'm glad it's not as strong as last patch. Close slash. Tried to go for this. That was a very greedy 6-8. What a good press from AngelEye.
All right, 2K2D. Back into the blender. Oh, but 5D, a little too early. Doesn't matter. We still score that knockdown. Immediately stealing the turn back with Roger. Whoa, ran into that Scarecrow, but still was able to block it.
Clean touch with the 5K. Good pickup. Jump in. Tries to go for the love bomb. Great DP.
And there it is, RC, not going to be able to build burst back in time.
It's hard to fault Skull for pressing in that spot because that was a great IBFD, and I don't think you're expecting the scooter straight afterwards there. That is just a very decisive decision from AngelEye. And like I said, it's hard to fault Skull in a situation like that. That's a great call from Bridget.
Yeah, catches the backdash there as well with the 6H. Mini Faust is available. Sends him out, but he just walks the opposite direction.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, no, and the DP tried to break through, but it wasn't enough.
And they've been so neck and neck this entire set so far, Proxy, just trading rounds back and forth. Both of them still sitting on full burst. Is Skull going to spend it and try and get some momentum and get out of the corner here? Oh my god! It was AngelEye who wanted to be aggressive with the burst. That's going to come back to haunt her.
Oh, BRC into the DP. Not going to get punished, though. Eats the, okay, gets the hammer.
All right, 5H goes into the wall bounce. Mini Faust is out along with the hammer. How do you escape? Help! And the 2H connects. A little bit of a smile there. Even Skull's laughing now.
Oh, man. I mean, that's just like you said. He's a silly, funny guy.
Really, a Looney Tunes-ass character. Add the 5K into the 2D. Again, checking with this 5K. Faust just has such good buttons for this middle-ranged pressure.
Hey, RC, wow, that round goes in a hurry.
Yeah, perfect there from Skull, now sitting on set point. AngelEye's been playing really clean. Is she going to be able to bring this back, though?
Skull, oh my god, let the dash rock for a very long time. The dash does come through, and it's great 6P again.
Able to block the cross up there after the meteors. But we need to get some kind of offense starting, and these item tosses, the RNG has been so good for Skull. Look at this picking up, coming up from up north.
Oh, he tried to go for the JK, not going to get there, had to burst.
Yeah, that would have been a huge opportunity for AngelEye. Skull immediately stopping it in its tracks. Another bomb coming out. Bro, help! Help!
Dude, and then Mini Faust afterwards, he's going to take a walk, but still there, still a threat.
How do you win when God is this hard against you? Just giving Skull every item that he needs, but Angel, she is fighting back here, able to get the overhead. Wild Assault is going to connect. Are we going to go for the wall break or the setup? Setup it is.
Gets a throw. OTG, not enough to kill.
Needs to find a single touch. That's it, Proxy, but the air throw from Skull is going to do it.
Listen, you can talk about good RNG, but that's his secret, Cap. There are no bad items. Nice. Everyone always says it, but look, man, whatever he pulls, it influences the round. It adds to the mental stack.
Wow.
Skull, great play, and AngelEye as well. Wow, what a performance.
Yes, please give it up for AngelEye for the performance here with Bridget. Can't wait to see them in even more top 8s in the future.
Absolutely, with play like that, definitely a name to get used to, but Skull moves forward, continuing to grind it out, put themselves into a spot guaranteed top 4 now at DreamHack Atlanta, one of the final offline majors of the year to be able to cap us off. And I said it yesterday when we were commentating Grand Blue, and I have to say it again. As far as years of the FGC go, this has been one of the greatest, not only from my own personal perspective, but just from like a macro overhauled level. Yeah. It has been unbelievable. The support from DreamHack, the support from all the different majors around, all these different games that are actually releasing, as well as the things that are on the horizon. It is the most cliched thing to ever say, but genuinely, there's never been a better time to be a fighting game player.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what kind of fighting game player you are a fan of. If you like the grounded-based footsies like Street Fighter, you got that. If you like your 3D games, Tekken is coming out. If you like anime games, of course, you have Guilty Gear Strive and maybe Hunter x Hunter coming up. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I know people have been talking about that, all right? But we're about to talk about our next matchup coming up here. MFCR back on the stage once again, up against Crescendo.
Absolutely. So Another one of those matches coming through. It is going to be the Geo facing off against MFCR and the Leo. So, whew, MFCR, I mean, what can we say? Had a very strong performance there. Crescendo, in the winner's side of things, had a little bit of trouble dealing with some of the pressure coming out from Goldlewis. But again, like we said, that's a matchup where it's tough because it feels like the range you want to play at is the same as Goldlewis, and that is a recipe for disaster when you're playing against a character who has such high risk reward. Against Leo, I think it's going to feel a little more comfortable. You have to be a little more aware of the DP and a lot of the other things that can come through from Leo when he wants to be active on defense. But I think that generally you'll be able to control space and play that in and out game that you like to play a little more effectively and a little more comfortably in this one.
Yeah, I think the fact that Giovanna, she also does have that box dash similar to Leo, but she does have the luxury of being able to cancel it at any time into a button, meaning that we can establish a little bit more of that, that peppering them with pressure with the 5Ks, the dash up 5K to try and stay safe. That's another thing, though, that we do like to see from MFCR. Dash up 5K is a really good option for Leo. And Leo having that flash kick DP that autocorrects the side is going to kind of, in some cases, shut down the left-right mix-up that Giovanna can do with her enhanced flip kick.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out between the two. It's definitely a lot of potential to go either way. That's the other thing we have to talk about. We talked about Dash 5K, but we would be amiss to not mention the 2D. 2D from Geo, obviously the wind hitbox, very, very good. But obviously, very good burst options and response from Leo as well. Has a 2D of his own. The missile dropkick is kind of crazy in neutral situations. It's a great guess. It's able to jump over throws. Technically airborne. Things work out for him.
Let's see. Jumping right into it. No button check needed. Crescendo immediately starting off with the pressure, and that is going to be a huge thing. DPs, right? The thing about Geo's pressure is if she wants to go for the plus frames at the end, there's a gap. Always. Right?
Always a gap.
And MFCR is going to be holding down back the entire time, waiting for that gap to come out. Here, another DP hitting its mark, going to get the corner carry. Go straight for the super. We want the wall break on top of it.
Still alive, but coming down to one interaction here. Same side with the headbutt. Plenty of meter built up here for Crescendo. Doesn't get the throw. Opportunity getting a little better as we go on. PRC, but again, like you said, his down back before his life content to chill.
Yeah, just trying to wait for that gap, but this time the 2D comes out, gets the mortal counter. Ooh, unfortunate there. Flip kick sent us full screen, and MFCR is going to take advantage and close out the first round.
Yeah, having 100 meter in spots like that allows you to just kind of go for a very reckless high-low game with the tap does. Definitely really effective and well placed there from MFCR.
Oh, 2K dash up. Crescendo with the burst, just sending MFCR right back to where he started there into the corner.
Oh, I mean, live by the sword, die by the sword. They're not all going to hit.
Yeah, and against MFCR as a player, you have to be willing to bait out those DPs a lot, right? He loves to go for them, so you have to be ready. That's where you're going to get a lot of your damage from on those punishes. Oh my god, wake up with the spinning dog kick to close things out.
Yeah, had the RC available, but I think at that proximity wouldn't have been able to actually get it out there. Was kind of trapped into the situation. A little unfortunate. Does get the throw for the punish, though. Crescendo playing very smart, and it's an amazing push block and a great punish. Really effective use of deflect shield, again, like we've said all tournament long.
Yeah, defensive options getting buffed is always huge in a game with as potent offense like Strive, but there's the dash up 2K from MFCR. Gonna keep the offense going. Not letting it phase him, still in the driver's seat. Here it is, dash up throw. And there it is, like we mentioned just before the match started. You are going to be able to nullify that mix-up with the autocorrect on the DP. And MFCR is going to close things out. Game number 1 on his board.
Absolutely, being able to find things like that, definitely huge, especially with Wild Assault, obviously still very effective for him. Being able to keep your opponent standing and being able to, get in the stance and these buff frames, things work out.
All right, hard knockdown across to the other side. Fake, I hate that. I hate
it so much. Nice block though, Crescendo, crazy good.
The fake out on the cross through dash is so brutal. Tossed right back into the corner and into the next round with a perfect.
6P at the round start too. Crescendo, I like trying to take a more aggressive option at that point. Just doesn't work out. Axe kick comes twice in a row.
That was a well-placed 2K, immediately taking the corner. All right, 2S, 5H. Yep, this time trying to not leave a gap, right? Goes for the roundhouse kick, which is gapless, but that's the end of your turn, right? Unless you spend the meter. Again, checking. MFCR is so good at checking each of these gaps from Crescendo, not allowing any of the plus frames to come through.
Comes out of the stands, tries to get aggressive. DP once again. Wild Assault, try and lock out the burst. Still not enough, but that was a really well-informed decision to make that work.
Oh, the nice jump back, just avoiding the situation altogether. Coming down with a button. MFCR is now up 2-0. Looking unstoppable.
That was a really important thing that happened at the end there. Even with the nerf to how much damage Wild Assault does to your opponent's burst gauge, being able to go for the Wild Assault there, guarantee your wall break, lock your opponent out of burst for just a little bit longer, and make it to where the burst is essentially ineffective other than a gold burst is huge in a spot like that. As MFCR capping it off with another great DP here, but Crescendo not letting up on that pressure, even with the throw whiffing.
Yeah, and I like it, trying to go for the run through to make sure that you can send Giovanna into the corner. And even after the burst, MFCR utilizing the Wild Assaults just to push you back on a block string. Again, DP! If you do not have your combos tight, if you do not have your pressure tight, MFCR is willing to blow right through it. Great whiff punish. Not going to be able to kill, though. We didn't have the meter to do it, but the throw is going to close it out, putting MFCR now at checkpoint, set point.
Oh, okay. Nice structure of the block string there. Does get the staggered pressure. You know, MFCR loves to press in situations like that, so light staggers like that, the 5P into the 5P, definitely really effective.
Also, he's been consistently just neutral jumping a lot of these throw attempts from Crescendo, right? Getting a bunch of reward for it. There's the DP again into a run-up throw of his own. Every gap in Crescendo's pressure. You're not allowed to get those spiral arrows.
YRC, dashed up, burst of response. Gets the throw once again with the RC. Is enough. MFCR able to take it over. Crescendo going to move forward and guarantee themselves top 4. Woo.
And that is so far 6 games straight for MFCR. Hasn't dropped a game yet in this top 8. Looking kind of unstoppable, even though he qualified through the loser's side. But again, give it up for Crescendo. Another great performance to make it here in a stacked bracket at DreamHack Atlanta.
Absolutely, and that is going to put us into, like I said, that top 4 range. It's going to move us into the winner's side next. So we talked about this a bunch earlier on. This has been kind of the storyline that we have been talking about a lot this weekend. Winners finals. Coffin Boys.
The Coffin Boys, the big, meaty men slapping beef here up in winners finals of DreamHack Atlanta. Wouldn't want to have it any other way. Like you said earlier, it's big boy winter, all right?
Absolutely. And I just want to say again, huge shouts to everybody who is watching at home and here in the venue. Thank you very much for attending and helping out with DreamHack Atlanta, making this the way that it is. If you've never attended a DreamHack, please make sure you go out of your way. There's plenty of them here in North America as well as internationally. They are a hell of an event. As someone who's a big fan of esports in general, not just the FGC, seeing the marriage between my 2 favorite sectors of my favorite thing in the world being esports is kind of a dream come true. So definitely make sure you check out DreamHack as they continue to do bigger and better things. And huge shouts to Jabali for continuing to push the brand when it comes to DreamHack fighters, man.
Yeah, you know, we did get our own hall this year, our own room. It's big, beautiful, and wonderful. But if you've been hanging around in the fighting game room all weekend, make sure you do yourself a favor and go check out the main hall as well. There is so much cool stuff down there, as well as a little arcade area if you want to mash some Exert. I know they got an Exert cab there, as well as a Third Strike cab.
Hey, but listen, you said 3 words that I want to touch on. Big, beautiful, wonderful. Winners finals, Goldlewis mirror. Big, beautiful, wonderful indeed.
You're right. That's an acronym, all right. But we are going to get the big hosses here, the Texas men themselves. I hate you, Proxy.
I do what I can.
Of course, RedIAmNot going to be in the red jacket. Cheryo going to be in the orange jacket jumping into this. I don't believe this is a button check. I think we might be just going straight into it.
No, I saw the fist bump. It's looking like it's going to be official. So, like we've said before, I mean, we always have to address this when we see any mirror match in Guilty Gear. Most characters in Guilty Gear not very good at dealing with their own brand of BS.
Oh,
Goldlewis is has to kind of mash on 2P and 2K to try and make big defensive choices, whether that or deflect shield to be able to really steal turns back in situations like that, right? Goldlewis will destroy himself for mashing buttons in bad places, as he does everyone.
Absolutely, but everyone watching in the crowd, everyone watching at home, get your pen and paper out. We're counting the wild assaults, all right? We're going straight to Sesame Street. We're getting the count on board here.
And with that, the two big men are selected.
Really, I mean, White Wild Assault is the thing that has pushed Goldlewis over the edge. Of course, the buffs that he did receive in this latest version of the game make him better, even though he was already in a pretty decent spot. But it's that White Wild Assault that really goes the extra mile, giving him a huge neutral skip, a pseudo reversal as well, right? Guard crush off of something that's not Behemoth Typhoon that just moves so far forward. It's kind of problematic, but we're going to enjoy it while it's here, okay?
I believe we are going to be getting into the match now, though. So, it is time. Winners Finals! Here at DreamHack Atlanta, the Goldlewis mirror. The prophecy is true, Jobber. He's top 5.
Goldlewis top 5.
We'll see it, though. Either way, that means we have a guaranteed two Goldlewises in top 3. They're just going to battle it out to see who is going to be able to sit on the throne.
He still has one of the coolest intros, man. It says not yet. Adding you to my collection.
Bro, he said get in the box.
All right, round start situation. Immediate JD there from RedIAmNot. Cheryo going for the safer option with the 2P. Or suspend the burst. And throws the very first White Wild Assault. That is a statement to make from Cheryo.
Top of the combo, Wild Assault in response.
Oh, we are swinging. Catching the backdash there with the overhead Behemoth Typhoon.
Security gauge max for both. Gets the overhead. Keeping that pressure up and the dash through the Kara Behemoth. So, like we said, a huge execution check for the character. Gets the knock on the wall. PRC not enough to kill.
Yeah, remember Goldlewis is big. He's got that health. Whoa! Okay, immediately sends the White Wild Assault after the machine gun, scoring the knockdown. And just like this, things could turn around in a big way. Scores the throw into the RC. That's the round.
Dude, a great comeback there. Way to keep your composure from Cheryo to be able to turn it around.
Bro, I love that they're fighting in the White House too. Goldlewis stage.
Perfection.
Oh, still mashing on that far slash. Does not care. Closes the gap with the Wild Assault. Overhead connects. Gonna hold on to the meter though. I respect that decision.
They both went for the Behemoth, but unfortunately Cheryo blinks first. Red is able to get the connection.
A little too quick on the draw there, Hoss.
Not Hoss.
All right, gets the OTG. And I love the way that RedIAmNot uses Wild Assault, not just as a reversal, right? You know that we got the OTG with the 2D. We're back to neutral. I don't want to do that. I want to be right in, on top of you, keeping the pressure going, keeping the behemoths coming.
It feels like they gave Goldlewis like Geo's Dash 5K. That's what it feels like.
Oh, but here it is. Down with the system.
Not quite enough, but still a huge advantage. Full burst available.
What a check on the 6H!
We say that all the time. One of the strongest things you can do against Goldlewis is be brave for Mother. You got to press sometimes. Dash up to try and avoid the laser. Nice use of the deflect shield. Still in it.
Bro, look at Daryl there in the background just watching. All right, 2K goes for the RC forward. Got to find a way out of this situation. Bro, look at the chip damage. It just keeps coming through. One more touch. You have to FD everything, but runs right into the 5D.
And Cheryo leans back in the chair, was not expecting the tap dust there in a spot like that, especially with a character who has such an effective overhead of his own already. The last thing you expect to see the hand come out of the coffin.
Again, Kara Behemoth after Kara Behemoth. This time Cheryo is going to be gold burst for both players here. We're just trying to get as many resources as possible. Nice check, 2P, 2K. Immediately sends out the drone, doesn't want to get too aggressive. And are you dead?
No.
No, not quite, not quite.
I was like, no way. Wake up with the super.
Oh!
Gets the connection.
And then gets the counter hit close slash.
This time, I think you are
Okay,
dead.
yeah, you absolutely are dead. No! He isn't able to get the wall stick, but the white wall assault saves the day, Proxy.
Well, back and forth between the two, at least you see there's some good humor in it.
I mean, you have to have a sense of humor to play this matchup.
6P, very nice. Finds Behemoth for the knockdown there. Overhead attempt. IBFD doing justice there to save yourself some life and some space.
Oh, and nice. I love the little wiggle there with the FD on the dash forward just to keep RedIAmNot on their toes. Down with the system. Not quite enough to kill. We just went for the single charge. Oh, no.
That was very smart. I mean, that was just a percentage play. If the burst does not come out, you're still in a huge advantage position. When the burst does come out, you're pretty naturally baited. That's just good structured pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to go for the huge goal burst there at round start. It's not going to pay off, though, for Red.
Wild assault again. Behemoth's aplenty. Nice attempt at the jump over, but unfortunately we're a little too the wide load, baby. Can't quite get over it.
Great job blocking all of this offense, though, but it doesn't matter. You block so much, you're still taking a ton of chip damage in the process. Overhead connects, not going to be quite enough to kill, but things are not looking good this round for Red. Has to make a huge comeback, and this is the start. Wow, baits out the YRC. Not a huge punish.
Oh, I actually love the audible on the block string there, but again, Wild Assault gets thrown from the distance, knew it was coming, and he just, dude, I love how they're interacting.
The look on Cheryo's face says everything. He says, This is the fight to crown the best Goldlewis. Honestly. There's a lot on the line here.
Nice jump again, doing a great job of dealing with a lot of these Wild Assault attempts. But look at the damage to come through, sets up the drone, forces the block, deflects shield with the PRC, buys a lot of real estate back.
Bro, that 6H, the range on it. The Car Behemoth after the 5K as well. Cheryo just trying to stick to RedIAmNot like glue, but says, get off me with the 2P, 2K. Overhead connects. 2K is able to close out the round.
It's so slow, but it's so hard to block. That one in particular, I don't know why.
It's like a deer in headlights, you know? You see it coming, but you can't move.
The 30 frame overhead is always harder to block than the 16 frame overhead.
Something about washing apples, you know, and eating them too.
There you go, knockdown. Full security, 6H on the dash up. Again!
Wow, with the throw. Actually gets the OTG, it looked like, with the drone, knocked him into it. All right, RC. Doesn't go for the RC drift forward, though. That's unfortunate. Does get caught with the 2P into another Behemoth Typhoon. And good luck blocking this pressure. Still 50 meter on Cheryo's side. Goes right on in. Overhead finally connects, but it's still not enough to close it out.
That's a great call, too. Skyfish, obviously, like we said, is such a good projectile to be able to not only chip, but potentially vamp meter out if they block because they have to FD so much, but it's so good at countering the other projectiles coming out from Goldlewis.
And Red really barely had any meter left to begin with, right? So it was either give me your life, you die, or give me that tiny bit of meter you have, and even possibly die in the process.
Reach for the sky. Jumping, very nice.
This town's only big enough for one of us, Hoss.
Behemoth from max distance from both players there. The burst comes out in the end. Skyfish trying to go for the same response there, but the drone does make it past.
Again, with these Kara Behemoths. I mean, you really do live and die on how well you place the 2P, but let's see. It is not blocked. You're sent to the skies.
I'm so surprised they didn't do a response. Yeah, 100 meter, why not? You gonna stick that foot out, you gonna find out.
Here it is, sets up the drone to try and go for the cross up.
I like that. 100 meter, especially if your opponent has already repped it, you might as well. Worst case, you RC forward, get a little bit of chip. Things are okay.
But RedIAmNot trying to take this to yet another game 5 here in this top 8. Ooh, no. That's the closest you get to getting your soul stolen in this game, all right?
There we go, very nice. Cheryo trying to take the round here. If we can get this round secured, do we have the potential to be set up? And yes, now threatening the set. A must-win here to keep that winner's bracket dream alive here for Red.
One way or another, we're getting a Goldlewis in Grand Finals proxy. And look at this confirm. Hard knockdown. Immediately runs up, spends the meter to keep the pressure going. Oh, you're in the air. Okay, yeah, had to burst there. You do not want to be caught in the air blocking those behemoth typhoons, but drone against drone, Cheryo comes out on top.
Okay, catches the backdash there. 50 meter built up. How you gonna spend it? Gets the 2K, but nothing to follow.
In the danger zone right now. Still has burst available. And there it is. Spends it on the... Wait. Gets shot. Is able to recover in time. But does get caught by the cross-up. Still alive. Oh! PRC super for the back throw.
Okay. The Flex Shield does buy you some room. Out of meter, though. No way to mitigate the chip at this point. Matches out because the 5D.
Oh, and 5D there from Red. Able to take it to game 5. Incredible.
So surprised to see the second 5D there. Ballsy call. And the worst part wasn't even overhead. Cheryo was in the air.
Yeah, just got caught by it.
Got hit by it.
I mean, even if you didn't FD, you were going to get chipped out, right?
Oh, and now a big think. Slow things down. Again, no character swaps to be had. Just little adjustments.
Again, round start situation. This time, Cheryo letting the Wild Assault rip. Bro, this pressure is so terrifying. Mortal counter on the 2D. Bounty off the backboard. No, not quite close enough to the corner to get that done. But still stuck between a rock and a hard place. Sent to the skies, just trying to take all of your meter. OTG, there it is. And now RedIAmNot threatening set point here against Cheryo, trying to move on to Grand Finals.
Wow, that dash took a long run. Finds the 2K once again. Dude, look at the chip adding up. Finally hits the clean hit. Shaking the head from Cheryo was not happy about that one.
Oh, you're dead! That's
You're
it!
dead!
Oh my god! RedIAmNot, they move on to Grand Finals winner's side over Cheryo.
Wow, and between the two, amazing to get to see. What a match, down to really just the finale. And there's the potential for us to see that run back later. Red has earned the right to have a guaranteed top 2 spot. Cheryo on the losers side of things now, but in this engagement, still plenty of time to make it work. Goldlewis, 2 of the top 3 spots. This is going to be one we talk about for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a phenomenal performance from all of these players here in top 8. And it's not over yet. We got to keep going. We got plenty of matches for all of you in the crowd and at home. It's only going to get more exciting as things go on.
Absolutely. But like we said, losers now, and I say it every time. I'm never going to stop saying it. I don't care. This is the best part of the bracket. Losers, semis, winner stays. This is where the whole tournament is made or broken. You can build that momentum and potentially snowball your way to a victory, or you can potentially succumb to the fatigue, because playing in a bracket like this, especially like we said with Guilty Gear being all day today, is a grueling task. So these players have been on the grind about as hard as you could ever ask someone to be on the grind today.
Yeah, and it is going to be MFCR coming up against Skull for our next match to see who gets the pleasure of fighting the Goldlewis in Losers Finals.
potentially set yourself up to have to run the gauntlet here. MFCR and Skull. Skull, we have to point it out. We've got to say it. Continues to impress here in this offline performance. MFCR, no stranger to a situation like this, though. Obviously has already taken home a DreamHack title of his own at some point. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think his DreamHack title was at Atlanta. I think is he trying to back-to-back right now?
I believe so. We can ask the man himself. He can hear us. Or does he have his headphones in? No, he's got AirPods in. He can't hear us.
But either way, yeah, it's just a player who has already been to this stage, has already been the one to raise the trophy before. Skull trying to prove themselves in a spot like this.
Again, first offline major tournament here. Incredible performance from Skull.
And the crazy thing is that this is not even really the first person to do this. Obviously, we had other players who have been in this position before. We've seen it time and time again. That is the beauty and the greatest strength of this rollback netcode is players. The average skill level of players is going up at an alarming rate, Jobber.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, even watching pools action, right? When I was out there in the crowd watching some of these pools matches, people were popping off. I was on the edge of my seat because, yeah, like you mentioned, people are just getting better because of the resources, the rollback, the content creators who are out there helping the scene, and just I feel like the fighting game community is closer than it ever has been before.
Definitely agreed. But with that, no surprise character choices to be expected here. Leo versus Faust is going to be the matchup here. And Faust, a lot of times, I feel like he has pretty good loopable pressure in certain situations, and a lot of his loopable pressure leads into pretty strong mix-ups with throws. So, obviously, being able to lean into the throw in situations like that is very, very effective against Leo Whitefang, not being able to throw that DP on the startup. So, high potential for big knockdowns when Skull is able to get that offense rolling.
Yeah, for sure. But here we go, gonna jump right into it. Round start's going to be really interesting here, right? I know that MFCR does like to be pretty aggressive at round start. Curious how Skull's going to approach things. Tries to go for the 2K, but you're getting wall broken just like that. No! Opts not to break the wall. Wants to hold on to the corner pressure.
So, okay, could use the fireball there. Tried to push the bomb back, but it's still all right. Tried to go for the jump over as well. The 6P in response cuts the combo early to be able to go for the super hard knockdown pressure time.
And with the headbangers coming through, Skull trying to find a way to press out. There's the backdash into a 2P, but still, that should be the round right here. With the wall break, doesn't even need to get the wall stick, just spends the super to close it.
Duel 2.
Well, that ominous Goldlewis theme in the background, letting you know what's coming up next.
And we can handle it. 2K, pretty well spaced here. I think you're pretty reserved with how we're trying to use these normals. Mini Faust does come through, has the 100-ton on command.
Yeah, it looks like MFCR is trying to find that right opportunity to dash on in with the light to get things started, right? Tries to go for the DP here, but it's going to get blown up. What a clash.
Oh, and just presses it again, very smart. And is able to get the punish there on the attempt at the DP. Optimal stuff for the double 6H. Perfect for Skull to answer.
Perfect, and still has burst available going into the next round, right? That is huge for Skull. Having that get out of jail free card, especially when you get put into the corner like this. But beautiful block on the run through attempt. Gonna be able to get the wall splat. And the hammer breaks it.
50 meter, goes for the 2K. Okay, taps the dust, RC forward.
Sends out. Oh! Whoa, what a burst there, though, from MFCR. Staying alive, but things aren't looking too good. There's the DP into the RC. Tried to go for the deflect shield, but it's going to get caught. This is huge for MFCR.
Runs through once again. Same situation as before. There we go, though. The throw into the PRC.
And Skull able to take game number 1. And another thing to note, too, Skull is the one who sent MFCR to losers. So is starting off strong in the rematch already.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
High the sweep right off the bat. Gets up the hammer, bomb goes through, Bombo's incoming, sets up the hammer, but still not enough to get too much. Half the life off the table, and even off the just block on the dive kick, not gonna get much. Back to neutral.
One thing you have to remember about Leo is he traditionally struggles against characters who have good neutral options, right, are able to keep him out, zone him out. Faust has that in spades with these buttons.
Oh, showing that first real showing of the guard point stance there. Is able to use that 6P. Tries to throw the love bomb from a little too low to the ground.
Oh, just for Scarecrow PRC, but is going to get blown up by a DP. Sends the burst out. Bomb is bagged. Bro, help. Oh my.
Jesus!
That's what killed the dinosaur, man. Not the meteors, all that.
God, dude. Still alive, though. Cross up twice in a row. Not enough to be able to finish, but is able to find the overhead either way. MFCR, even through the Acme mix-ups, is still able to find his way through and get the kill.
Great anti-air there, getting a huge pickup as well. Goes for the wall splat this time instead of holding on to the corner. Just wants to get that positive bonus, try to refuel some of that burst gauge.
Eats the bomb, keeping with the pokes. Like the adjust blocks consistently coming out from MFCR to try and avoid getting pushed too far out. Mini Falls buys a little bit of room, gets the PRC max meter for MFCR on wake up here.
Yeah.
Expect a potential super or DP.
Dashing forward with the 2D, there's the RC Skull, immediately goes for the burst and gets the bombo! MFCR forgot it was there!
I forgot it was there. Bomb's still there. This time we know for sure PRC.
Oh
but the
my God!
It pushes the other one in Skull. He knows. He knows.
We take those.
We take those all day. That's why you play Faust.
Yeah, MFCR needs to keep that spatial awareness, right? Even if the bomb is not on the screen, it is still active, and something, anything can send it flying back your way. Oh, still gets clipped by the 6P. Beautiful throw. Able to avoid the homies coming through.
Oh, that was a very brave press there. I like the 2K there. Coming out after the 2K from Faust. Axe kick, the guard crush.
He's
Oh
right
my
back
God.
in after the deflect shield.
Naturally goes for the mix-up and also counters the deflect shield in a spot like that. The strength of the structured pressure.
Now they are one apiece here. You know, MFCR definitely wants to score this run back.
Got the punish from the 5P, but didn't get much else damage afterwards. Cross up twice in a row, not gonna be able to connect.
RC immediately into the low, keeping the pressure up there with the wild assault. Look at that risk gauge, it has been cranked. Oh no, yeah, we gotta take to the skies. Delays the Scarecrow to avoid the trumpet. Great awareness from Skull, knows perfectly how to play around all of these items, Proxy.
That backdash into the 5P though, definitely really strong. Faust in the hit stun ends up picking up the trumpet there, actually breaks him out of pressure. That could potentially decide the round here, but there's the DP again.
Yeah, all these DP reactions to the 6H attempts. Oh, the bombo! No, not quite. He's not launched high enough, got some health back there.
Mini Faust, help! Where are you going?
What do we pay you for, Mini Faust?
Oh, MFCR paying the bill there. Somebody's paid off in the Faust camp. I like that. MFCR well played.
All right, here we go. Afro is on deck. Are we going to go for? Yep, we do set the Afro on fire to get that guard break situation. But it's not going to matter. Mini Faust is spit out, but he's walking the wrong way.
But he's slacking.
Bro, when we needed him the most, he vanished, but here he is. Another Mini Faust, please. Please do something, my son.
These item layouts have been ridiculous for Skull. Gets the break with the wild assault.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
And a hell of a bait. Had the burst available, but no reason to be a hero. Such an important swing round. This is the momentum for the whole set, potentially.
And there we go. Wild assault to break through the wall, score that hard knockdown. Great block on the 5D. That would have been devastating against Skull. Scores a mortal counter with the 2H, pushing us all the way back coast to coast. Bro, he's just wave dashing out of the corner there. Oh, gets caught. That was kind of a scrambly situation there, right? Hit the mix. I don't think he was expecting it. Went for that PRC.
Okay, good timing on the burst there, but look at the meter for MFCR. Gets the just block, finds the throw. Next hit kills, anything will do it. Overhead, easy peasy. Super to finish. 2 games to 1. MFCR on the lead now.
Shaking out the nerves there as well.
Me too, to be honest.
But honestly, I'm sweating. I'm sweating back here. This is stressful.
Duel 1.
And the worst part is we have the Goldlewis theme playing as an ominous reminder of what's to come. If you win this, your reward is running the gauntlet.
All right, but the full up run straight into the command grab. Goes for the safe jump option there, but MFCR had the meter available. Still able to RCDP and mix you up.
Okay, wall assault. Big pressure. 5P finds the headbutt. Round is over. MFCR 1 away.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
All right, dash up into the far slash. Nice, I like checking there with the 5P. Maybe put in a few more 5Ps in there just to prevent MFCR from dashing in on you. Again, the range on that DP though, just catching Skull and all these opportunities.
Dude, but with the items he was able to obtain, he's able to put so much pressure out. Look for the 2H, not able to find it. There we go with the 2K though.
Burst finally comes out. Oh, deflect shield. I don't know if that's what we wanted. Slips on the banana peel, gives Skull the opportunity to close the distance. Sent down in the corner. This is a scary place to be. You have nearly 100 meter. How are you willing to spend it? If you even get the opportunity to spend it.
Ah, that BRC, unfortunate, tried to slow things down enough to get a look, but couldn't quite do it. MFCR staying on the sticks, headed into losers finals, and like we said before, your reward is to run the gauntlet. 2 massive mountains of Goldlewis ahead, but dude, everybody in the crowd, please give it up for Skull. What a crazy good performance.
Absolutely. One of the strongest Faust players out there, keeping the dream alive. You love to see it.
Yeah, especially with a character like that. Definitely a crowd favorite, not only as a player, but with the character selection. Oh, MFCR, you can see the stress because you know what's coming.
He has to go back-to-back Goldlewis if he wants the opportunity to win another DreamHack championship.
To win another DreamHack, it needs to be 3 sets in a row against it.
You know, I was talking to MFCR before, you know, during pools, and I told him there's a real possibility that there could be 3 Goldlewises in winner's side top 8. And he told me, I can't let that happen. I have to stop that.
He's Trunks. He said, I got to change the future.
Exactly. So now he has the opportunity to prevent a Goldlewis from taking the entire thing.
But one of the tallest tasks ahead first off. Cheryo going to be the one to step up first. If Cheryo is able to secure this, we will have the mirror match for grand finals. We will have to see, man, DreamHack Atlanta. It just couldn't be better. Again, huge shout-outs to every single person here in the venue and every single person watching at home. It has been an unbelievable time, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it with us, and I hope that you continue to enjoy it with us. Obviously, after this, we are going to have Street Fighter 6 as well, with a very talented Saint Cola and Jay Wong going to be coming up. So that's a very, very funny, very good duo coming up for commentary for that. So make sure you stick around. And why wouldn't you stick around? We still have more Guilty Gear.
Yeah, absolutely. We are not done yet. Still a couple of matches remaining here. And you look at them talking to each other, possibly going to go into a button check. I want to ask all of you. Let me hear you, crowd. Y'all like Elphelt? Y'all enjoying Elphelt?
Mixed reviews.
Mixed
reviews.
Understandable, all right.
I get it. She's been interesting. It's cool. I am a huge hater of Elphelt, and I think she's okay. So that's how you know it's a good.
Her redesign's pretty cool.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
I enjoyed the Poppy Gretzko baby metal thing going on.
I groaned as soon as I saw it.
It's a little less Guns N' Roses, a little more Bullet for My Valentine now, you know?
I respect that, yeah. But like I said, we are going to have a button check before we get into it here. Leo versus Goldlewis is going to be the matchup. Here's the danger. It's the elephant in the room. Everybody knows that this is the situation, but we have to address it. Leo has to establish DP. If he doesn't establish DP, then he's never going to be able to get any respect from Goldlewis. Goldlewis is going to run him over. He's going to go behemoth after behemoth. There's going to be no escape from that type of pressure. If you DP and you're wrong,
Rest in
you
peace, sweet
just
prince.
die. You just explode. So
Absolutely.
there's some very, very difficult situations to come up, though, but it looks like I think they're actually just going straight in. We're going to get into losers finals now, and that's the burst straight away, but we're able to cut through the drone and get the cross-up to be able to get back to the other side.
Yeah, but the most dangerous part here is, of course, the pressure that MFCR is going to be able to put up. This matchup is not really fun for Goldlewis, right? He has to figure out a way to get Leo Whitefang off of him. And like you mentioned before, his real buttons to get out of pressure is 2P2K.
Yes.
And so MFCR is going to be able to play around that in a big way. You're already seeing it right here. Sticking to him like glue, able to close out round number 1.
Strong 2H, strong performance. So that's the full burst attack as well, which is huge. A lot of the times against Goldlewis, even with the new mechanics and being able to use Wild Assault and deflect shield in certain ways, a lot of the times on the first bad interaction with Goldlewis, you have to spend that burst.
Here we go, running through. Baits out the burst this time, but it is a gold burst, not gonna be able to get a punish. That's still huge though, right? Cheryo now no longer has burst available to get out of the offense that is coming his way. Okay, plus frames here, gonna keep the pressure going.
Okay, for the cross up, there we go, nice punish. Sets up the drone.
Yeah, that's the end of your turn right there. Remember, if he does the Behemoth Typhoon that sends it to the back, that is the end of Goldlewis's turn unless he spends the meter. And that might be not quite the end of his life, though, here, alive with just a pixel.
Oh, that's actually a really, really nice use of the deflect shield there. Goes for the jump. PRC in response. Both of them spending some of that bar. Nice block, but it's not enough. MFCR unrelenting. The pressure is crazy, and the 2K does find its mark. Game 1.
All right, immediately into the rematch here. No delays, no stalls. White Wild Assault to kick things off. Just trying to close that gap, get into that boxing range.
Oh my God, but see, you're not trapped in here with me. Comes through, finds throw of his own, the back throw. The overhead, pressure's on, steal as many turns as you can. The burst is available, but we're just gonna hold it. Goodbye, soldier.
Every time I see the back to forward Behemoth Typhoon that bounces you off the wall, I just assume you're dead.
Yeah, it's something special. DP does connect, just barely.
Yeah, hit the startup of that bar slash there. Able to get the counter hit on the overhead. Ball back for MFCR, not going to spend the meter here though. He's going to go back to neutral.
Good jump in. Good defense though, finds the overhead.
Oh, Berserker Barrage, okay.
100 meter, why not? 100 meter and burst, why not? I love it. You're gonna hold the burst here, not willing to spend it. I feel like we haven't seen very much White Wild Assault. Maybe he's just worried about how MFCR is gonna be able to deal with it, or maybe he's just not confident about how it's gonna work out against Leo. But either way, it's been a little underutilized, I think, as we find that overhead to be able to get the kill.
Absolutely. Here we go, straight into the next round. MFCR trying to get that very strong 2-0 lead, but are we gonna be able to do it? Grabs the run through, that's huge. It just goes for the meaty Behemoth Typhoon, as many plus frames as you want. Staggered pressure from MFCR, trying to find that hit, and he has slowly but surely tried to walk Cheryo to the corner, but a nice JD is gonna hit his mark. BRC, look at the chip damage too!
But looks for the throw, and it's a great backdash from MFCR. Again, 100 meter. Expect something big if we're able to close that distance.
Oh, but finally, burst comes out. I mean, you have to spend in that situation. You were going to be dead. Cheryo stuck in a really difficult situation. MFCR needs to hold on to this wall as long as he can.
Wow, after that backdash, very smart for Cheryo, but even smarter from MFCR to be able to get the answer. 2P twice in a row. A great call out after the defensive option there. High risk, high reward to hold up in that spot, but I respect it.
Yeah, and it worked out wonderfully here, tying things up.
Holding up is underrated.
It really is. It used to be really, really strong in Strive.
Hey, that's the Street Fighter in me. There you go. Pressure's on. Behemoth. What a whip punish. Footsies from MFCR.
All right, sets out the drone just to force a block. Tries to go for the big melee. Not going to work out this time. And again, the DPs for MFCR. Has he been punished on a DP yet? I don't think so.
Only once, I think. But he had burst, so it's okay.
Bro!
Wow! Knockdown. Drone. Keep it locked up.
It's hard to think that could have been way worse than it was.
DP does come through. Nice tag. Wow, and the jump back as well, but he wasn't believing. He wasn't ready for it. Burst is available. Deflect shield does get the push away.
Yeah, I like the deflect shield into the backdash. You know that Leo can follow it up with the run, but he's going to get caught with the overhead this time.
Oh, 2S at round start has been unbelievable. It's just been killing everyone all day.
I mean, it just allows him to put you into the corner and either start running that mix-up or get an early positive bonus to just keep the snowball rolling.
Wow, throw attempt, back though, potential incident once again. Close slash connects, and that just from bad to worse. White Wild Assault saves the meter. I think that's so smart. This meter to be able to continue pressure after that first behemoth is huge. Potentially round-winning decision, but there's a throw.
Yeah, 100 meter there from MFCR. Saving him in the end. Gonna get the wall break and close out the round. If we did not have 100 meter, that was 100% Cheryo's round to take.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. Slide at him.
Bro, these wild assault confirms from MFCR. Gonna break the wall with the axe kick. It just sends it again. Why not? And again, answering afterwards with the DP. Cheryo has to expect that after going for some of these guard break situations, specifically the wild assault, MFCR is more ready than willing to DP right back.
Oh my God, reads the Skyfish and blasts him and says, you got a good projectile, bro? Homie, hold this. Relax. What a call out there. 2-1 MFCR. Again, like you pointed out, since making it into top 8, Cheryo is the first player to take one game. MFCR has dropped one game so far in this top 8.
That's it. He's been unstoppable since he got to this point. He took down the man who sent him there in the first place, right, in the form of Skull. And now he's looking to take another DreamHack title home.
Yeah, a little bit of a slowdown here for Cheryo. Can you secure yourself that grand finals? Can you secure yourself the mirror of all mirrors? Or is it going to be MFCR, who called his shot early in the weekend? He said, I'm going to change the future. This is not what we need.
Said, I don't want a world where Goldlewis is top 5, all right?
Listen, too bad. That's the world we're in right now. Well, let's see it. Game 4, a decisive one. Potential Game 5, or MFCR to move in to try and secure another championship at DreamHack.
All right, round start situation going to be very important. Just goes for the big one.
I like it. I like it.
Swinging from the fences to kick things off. That's quite the statement to make. I think the key thing here is going to be for Cheryo to try and bait out some of these DPs, right? MFCR has been getting away with DPs just like that, non-stop.
And a lot of the DPs aren't even just getting away, it's just knowing where the gaps are. That wasn't a true meaty. The one before that, the Behemoth, didn't truly work in there. It wasn't a true block string. MFCR, game knowledge is paying off immensely here, but unfortunately, game knowledge is not going to prevent the damage that you are about to take.
Yeah, now you're stuck in the corner again with another DP, just a get out of jail free card.
The worst thing you can do against Goldlewis is be afraid, and MFCR is anything but. As soon as you start showing big bodies too much respect, they're going to take exactly what you give them. Oh my God! The Wild Assault is answered immediately. Whether it's a DP or it's a super, the White Wild Assault has not gone unpunished. He's not letting any advantage come from it. MFCR is on the verge.
I mean, we really need to slow things down sometimes on offense, right? This offense has not been able to stay consistent because of so many DPs after DPs. Cheryo hasn't had the opportunity to punish a single one in this set.
Headbutt, not going to work. Still, pressure's on. Slow and steady. Use the guard point. White Wild Assault does find the knockdown this time.
And I know setting up the drone is good for keeping your pressure on because that does prevent MFCR from sending out the DP, right? The threat of that drone. But now 100 meter, you got to be patient. There it is. Buddy's going to immediately RC, goes for the run through, and just like that, takes control of the situation. Pedal to the metal. Can we close it out?
The Wild Assault is going to do an extra bit of damage there. Had an opportunity to go for a whip punish there, but declines. Goes for the jump back. 6P gets the touch. Clean hit on the standing S. And that is MFCR moving into grand finals over Cheryo. But man, what a performance. Please, everybody in the crowd, give it up for Cheryo. Third place, crazy good.
One Goldlewis down, but one still remains on the top. RedIAmNot looking to snuff MFCR's dreams of becoming a 2-time DreamHack champion here.
And not only that, like we said, we keep saying it, he wants to change the future. He wants to prevent the Goldlewis army from being able to raise the trophy. MFCR 2 sets separates not only another DreamHack title, but being able to prevent the future that he so desperately wants to avoid. We're so close, and Guilty Gear is finally coming to the conclusion. All these players, an incredible amount of performers here coming to help us cap off an amazing year of offline fighting games, and it finally has come down to 2. MFCR coming out of the loser side is going to be rocking the Leo, facing off against RedIAmNot, which is very funny, by the way. Plays the red color. I like that. I don't know why.
Absolutely. You got to stay on brand for sure, always.
Rocking the Goldlewis. Wow. From the winner's side as well. This is about to be a hell of a set.
A hell of a barroom brawl for sure here coming up. Cannot wait to see the way it plans out. But let me ask you, do you think we're going to see a reset?
I think if we see a reset, I think that MFCR is going to raise the trophy. I think that if you can if you let MFCR build up that type of momentum, I think it potentially will be over. I don't want to say that with 100% certainty, but I think that it's in Red's best interest to not let MFCR get that kind of momentum. You can't let him go like that. He's the type of player who can snowball that into a victory every single time.
And that's perfect. That's why he plays Leo. Leo is one of the quintessential snowball characters in Guilty Gear Strive, right? You get hit once and suddenly you're put into the left, right, overhead, low, blender, every which way. You just have to defend, and you can only block for so long, right?
Dude.
It's almost like Melee, but with more health and damage.
Absolutely. I mean, that is like one of the proverbs across all games, whether it's anime games versus games, everything in between. Blocking is losing. Generally in games like this, especially when it's high-powered offense, you're both playing high-powered offense characters. Offense is obviously being able to impose your will, get your mix-up, stuff like that. And defense is just like losing. Blocking, defense should be played as I'm going to do whatever it takes to not have to hold your stuff.
Yeah.
Once you're holding the stuff, you already have lost at that point.
And you're talking about a game that has the risk gauge in it.
Yep.
The longer you block, the more the fear builds up. It's not the risk gauge, right? That's the fear bar.
That's the fear gauge, absolutely.
Once it starts blinking, I'm having a panic attack.
Oh man, but deep in thought as we're going to get into the button check here. Excited to see what these two bring to the table. Worthy competitors, DreamHack Atlanta.
So
wow.
it's interesting here because for RedIAmNot does get they get the benefit of having just seen this exact matchup, right? So they can see where Cheryo made mistakes. They had time to analyze that and think, okay, I see what MFCR is doing specifically against Goldlewis. How am I going to counteract that?
Absolutely. I mean, that's important too, is seeing where you know where he's able to deal with it. It is time. DreamHack Atlanta, finals day. Guilty Gear Strive Grand Finals. Make some noise as we get started. MFCR going to be facing off against RedIAmNot. This is going to be it's going to be a mess. I'm so excited. Two characters that are so strong in the CQC, so strong at being able to impose their will, and two players that have shown that they're more than capable of being able to make those choices. This is going to be ridiculous.
Absolutely, letting the intros rock as well on Council of 3.
The best stage.
It is the best stage. It's the most plus R stage in this game, all right?
That's not why it's the best,
But here we go, round start situation. What is it gonna be?
It's been 2S most of the time.
White Wild Assault.
Absolutely. Red has been going for the White Wild Assault more than any other big body player that we've seen all weekend long, so you've got to respect that. But with that said, MFCR has been the player that we've seen deal with blocking it and dealing with the pressure afterwards the best.
And there we go, immediately also utilizing the deflect shield, trying to keep MFCR off. But again, he sticks to you like glue. It is so hard to push him away. All right, dash up check with the 5P. That is a MFCR classic.
Ooh, a lot of times we've seen DP there. This time, because the meter's not available, is going to hold on to it. There's the DP, though, for the clean anti-air. Oh, no!
Yeah, you are in back turn stance, and he churned that thing all the way. The glass is broken.
all you can do in that spot is mash parry and hope you get out of recovery as fast as possible. Gets the punish with the throw, finds the overhead, pressure against the wall, maybe gonna go for the break. It is gonna be the wild assault for the push through.
Yep, scoring the knockdown here. Immediately goes up for the close slash into the throw.
DP, beautiful. 50 meter instead, just has to go for the JS, whatever it takes to break through the wall. Positive bonus once again, gets the clean touch. It should be able to finish here, absolutely.
I really love the idea to go for the 5K, right? 5K is really good at blowing up some of those low options, so RedIAmNot was predicting the 2S from MFCR.
Wow, again, just going for the whiff, whiffing a normal, covering it with the white wild assault there. DP to break out, not willing to hold the behemoths, has to spend the PRC, takes a grip of damage for it, but still at advantage.
Oh, gets the run through into the corner, but nice back throw there from RedIAmNot. Able to set up the drone to try and prevent the DP from coming out, but MFCR just waits until it's gone and then lets it rip.
On a block 2K, he rips DP. I love that. So decisive. Looks for the reversal. It's not going to connect. Goes for the jump over, but the PRC is already there. MFCR thinking ahead. What a great call on that PRC. Hit or not, that RC is perfect.
His fight IQ is way
so
up there.
High.
It's so high.
It's so high.
Just being able to recognize and be a few steps ahead of your opponent, knowing what options they have in any given situation. MFCR is a master of it.
White wild assault again, though. 2P twice in a row, doesn't find the behemoth for the knockdown. There's the burst, though. Really good on Red to be able to get that out of MFCR. But an anti-air, say with the chest, the 6P into the wall break.
Clean 50% down. But we let the Behemoth Typhoon rip right away. Had the meter to go for the RC and keep the pressure on. Oh, Gold Burst! He knew he was blocking, so he knew that MFCR was going to go for the PRC. He's done it every single time.
This is where the pressure gets started. Red, I hope that MFCR notices that, because Red is ending a ton of rounds with Tap Dust. There have been so many rounds that have ended with Tap Dust that it seems like it's been the go-to, and it's been working so consistently.
Absolutely. But MFCR, undeterred, going to keep the pressure going, keep the snowball rolling. Scores another hard knockdown here with the wall break.
Scariest part about this matchup, though, is you're never out of it. IBFD to buy some room, blocks the DP. One bad decision from MFCR, and you could potentially be out of there, but does find the perfect.
Both of them sitting on full burst as well. RedIAmNot, again, taking the driver's seat here around start, but is he going to be able to close out the round? Blocks the DP this time, and that is what we have to see.
Oh, tried really hard to bait the burst, though. This time it comes out on the second one. I love using the DP for the second time, but Red is so ready and closes the game. So important there. You cannot let MFCR get ahead 1-1.
Yeah, and that is going to be the life and death of this matchup,
Yes.
is if RedIAmNot is able to consistently block those DPs, right? Because it's allowing MFCR to get out of this pressure absolutely for free and go back to neutral. And when it comes to the neutral game, Leo is terrifying.
Okay, knockdown up the DP, goes to Zastrud, getting the back turn, knockdown once again. Keep it up, same situation, the Vortex continues. The low, it feels unblockable. Again, it got him in the infinite.
Bro,
It's
help!
actually infinite!
Help! Block something! No, he tries to go for the reversal into the PRC Berserker Barrage.
Wow, mix-ups working out. What if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What a sequence. MFCR works out beautifully. I respect the attempt at the reversal there from Red, though.
Bro, he really hit him with the, I'm going to keep doing this over and over. If you get hit, it's your fault. All right, 6P, closing the gap a little bit there with Berserker Slash.
I feel like that's just like the difference. It's just like the active defense from MFCR. Whether it's DP, whether it's pressing in all the right places. There's a good knockdown, though. Is able to catch the backdash. Jumps out of pressure. But Red, unrelenting. Knockdown again with the throw this time.
And I like it, the drone covering the throw option. Make sure MFCR can't punish on the way down. Oh, but he actually blows right through the drone this time with the Berserker Barrage.
Oh, taste of your own medicine, jumps out of the throw there. I love that up back to be able to high risk, high reward, close the round out.
Checks this time. Oh, tried to go for a Kara overhead. But these DPs, his reaction time is on point.
Of course, 100 meter, why not?
Jumps out of the run-through attempt there, but isn't able to get a punish on it, Proxy.
Oh my god, that actually catches the backdash with the second
No!
2K. Same situation as before. It comes through, the super comes out. MFCR, 2-1 now, 1 away from the reset. And it's like I was saying, if that momentum can build, things might get a little messy.
Yeah, just falling prey to the cross-up back turn K over and over and over. I know the overhead is scary, but you can react to the overhead, right? If you're looking for it.
I can't react to the overhead. Nice tech.
But we're not at this level.
6P into the Wild Assault. Doesn't get much from the Wild Assault, but does close the distance, which is good enough in this situation. Knockdown.
Yeah, DPing right through the Behemoth.
Now there is a gap there. 2D into the Behemoth. Into that particular Behemoth, there is absolutely a gap. Knockdown of the axe kick, the shatter, guaranteed damage, positive bonus.
RC, keep those plus frames up. Bounces him into the sky, and Emil uses the opportunity. Oh my god, the BRC overhead.
First time we've really seen it come out as well. The super breaks the wall. It's able to kill. And now 1 round away. MFCR, the potential for the reset here.
All right, first comes through, takes the opportunity to set up a drone.
Smart. Oh, that's a great press though, 2P. Stopping these run-throughs, you have to establish yourself.
All right, JD gets in a little too high. Didn't believe we were going to be able to land to get anything else, but still in control here, keeping MFCR locked down in the corner. And the OTG is going to be able to close out the round. RedIAmNot has to take this to a Game 5.
So important. Cannot let this reset come through. Does get the 2K knockdown. Dash up, staggered pressure. DP's on the 3rd attempt at the stagger.
But we are trying to get a world record of DPs right now from MFCR.
That was such a good delay. I love that very late IED. Taps the dust, gets the clean hit. This is the opportunity.
Yeah, able to...
Lets it rock? Are you serious?
He was expecting the RC. And there it is. Wild Assault breaks the wall. Positive bonus now for MFCR along with that hard knockdown. We might be looking at a reset, Proxy.
Burst. It's got to be the thing that does it. Taps the dust and does get the hit, but it's not enough. DP to stop the jump in. MFCR. The reset, set number 2.
How poetic that it's the DP that leads to the reset. Really, it's been the lifeline for MFCR in this matchup.
And again, it's not like he's just like randomly doing it. Most of the time, he's breaking out of block strings that are that he knows the gap is there. The game knowledge is so on point. It's like you said, the fight IQ is working out. He's using it to stop these staggers. He's using it in places where they're trying to go for 2K, 2D and trying to go into Behemoth and try and steal the turn. It's just so well played from him. Red, though, again, is so close in so many of these situations. We're not out of the woods by a mile, but man, MFCR, the momentum is tangible in his direction.
It is, and the snowball is building bigger and bigger, and we've talked already about how this character is so proficient at snowballing their opponents. Here we go, jumping right into a grand finals reset here at DreamHack Atlanta. Checks the jump in with the 5P anti-air.
We'll have a good acoustic jam in our grand finals reset.
It's anyone's call. And look at this.
Dude, look at the chip.
YRC comes out, relieve a little bit of that tension, a little bit of that pressure.
Okay, after the Behemoth, sets up the drone once again. Nice, tracks down the backdash as well. Good structure of offense there. A good way to start out the set.
Great backdash there on the attempt of the overhead Behemoth Typhoon.
Okay, overhead into the axe kick. Look at just the damage, dude. And that's on Goldlewis as well. Holy moly.
Oh, it just gets caught by the back turn S. Unreal. MFCR sitting on so much meter, closing out the round. No, isn't able to do it. And grabs the run through. Is this going to be an incident?
Oh, had to spend the burst. Honestly, it's good that you got out of this round with the burst. Spends the Wild Assault to try and bet it all. The DP from MFCR. Wow. a roller coaster of a round, but one round apiece down. The Wild Assault connects for the hard knockdown.
It's just Red is unable to keep consistent offense because of that DP, right? So shutting down such a huge threat of Goldlewis. And it blows right through at that time, even after the clash. And the reward that MFCR is getting after these DPs, he is evening up, taking the lead in life as well.
Oh my god, the fuzzy stuff. Wow, the jump loops are crazy to the wall. Not enough to kill though. MFCR max meter. You know what that means. Why not?
And he just scoops him right out of the skies.
I mean, why not? We've seen that time and time again with a 100-meter. You might as well let it rip. And Leo has a great super for doing that as well because there are multiple little gaps, multiple hits, a lot of places to RC, a lot of places to mix in some tricky stuff.
Duel 1.
But all right, RedIAmNot, they're still in this. That's only one game, gets the air throw.
Crazy way to start. What a read.
And I like it. You see, going for 2K into nothing, trying to pay out the DP, right? But MFCR just seems to be in their head, knows when you're not going to go for a behemoth, and opts to just answer back.
And then the instant overhead with the backdash tech, obviously very, very strong. Axe kick to break the wall. Max meter still available. Burst is going to be building up. Goldlewis in a heap of trouble, but is able to maintain some amount of offense here. Wild Assault breaks through the super.
Into the RC. Trying to bait out the burst there, and is still going to be able to close out the round otherwise.
Super hard burst baits like that always make me nervous, but it ends up working out in the end. Good stuff on Red.
All right, empty jump 2K. Behemoth Typhoon is going to connect. Send out the drone. DP's right through the white Wild Assault. Yep, spends another Wild Assault here to make sure we score that hard knockdown.
And what can you say? Look at the damage, man.
It is just unreal, clashing with the 2P. MFCR is going to keep pressing, no fear.
I like that we've changed how we're staggering. Going for the 2P now and delaying the behemoth rather than trying to delay the normal. The reward's so much higher in those situations, but it does work out in the end.
Yeah, just needs to find that OTG. Just a hair away. I like going for the Skyfish, though, to try and take the pixel, and JH
Smart.
is going to be able to close out that round, tying things up here in our Grand Finals reset.
Oh, 1-to-1 is huge. You've got to keep pace. Dude, this next game could be the decider of the tournament. It's putting your opponent in a position where they need 2 in a row with both players playing this well feels like a nearly insurmountable task. Getting 2 games in a row in the Grand Finals reset, the main stage, DreamHack Atlanta. What kind of pressure you have to deal with here. Nice 6P though.
And gets a full pickup. Yeah, using that deflect shield to create some space. 6P is still going to catch the air behemoth. Look at this, no room to breathe. Give me some space. RedIAmNot, they're able to get the back throw. Tries to go for the empty jump low this time, not gonna work.
Yeah, the throw in the corner, definitely a big deal here. Gets the poke with the far S though. Back turn. Not enough even with the Wild Assault, I don't think. No, does get the wall stick in the end and gets the guaranteed damage on the shatter. I wasn't sure if we were gonna make it to the wall, but I can never doubt the king.
All right, White Wild Assault again, goes for the 2K, just trying to catch MFCR pressing anything, but he's so patient, waits for the right opportunity to strike. RedIAmNot. Oh my god, they're not close enough to the wall, surely. No, not quite, just a hair away.
So the extra bit of damage, the extra bit of pressure is more than enough, even without the shatter. Overhead connecting, RC forward, MFCR makes it happen, and just like that, it's like we said,
up 2-1.
A nearly insurmountable task. Red, this would be 2 in a row. Would be so amazing here. And again, all these games are so within reach.
I want you to make note of the conditioning too. The constant resets into back turn K. Now we're mixing in the overhead, and it's hitting. Red is blocking low and getting hit by these overheads.
Yeah, look at that first interaction though. I like that we're staying aggressive at round start. not being deterred here. The drone comes through. MFCR just dashes up and blocks it as soon as possible. I like that mentality.
Immediately goes for that 6H. And Red mixing in some of these standing lows as well, right? We consistently go for the jump-in lows. Oh no, huge counter hit. Catching the backdash with the axe kick immediately into the super, and it's enough to kill.
Just like that, MFCR potentially going to be able to close it out on this next one. White Wild Assault, knockdown, 2P stagger, and now MFCR, instead of going for the DP in that spot, is just trying to steal the turn with the normals. Works out beautifully. Back turn into the axe kick twice in a row.
And that was risky too. RedIAmNot spending that White Wild Assault knowing that was only half the burst that they had, right? Doesn't have that get out of jail free card anymore.
So it comes through, meters available, overhead, deflect shield, very nice. Drone, it's just gonna back away, parries it, but it's not enough.
Oh, that White Wall Assault, not exactly what we wanted. Let's see, with the pickup here, has the meter, and the super is going to do it. MFCR, once again, a DreamHack champion.
Wow, unbelievable set between the two. And the offense, just unreal from MFCR. So great in the way that he structures his pressure, so great with how he's active on defense, and really showing off the matchup knowledge there. A lot of those reversals that you saw were just situations where he knew there were gaps, being able to get the punish and showing it off, you know, for the one time, you know, a little TNS action.
Just a little, you know.
And try to hold that in. But, man, what a showing. MFCR,
Incredible.
man, well-deserved.
Absolutely well-deserved, but a huge round of applause for RedIAmNot. Also, they put on an incredible performance here with Goldlewis, and it's always great to watch high-level Goldlewis play. Look, I know a lot of you out there, you see a big man, you see him fighting well, you just want to hate on him, right? You want to put him down. But we support big bodies here, all right? Me and Proxy, am I right? Absolutely.
Handshake on that. Absolutely. But again, huge shout outs not only to everyone involved here, but everyone involved. I want to specifically say to the staff, thank you to everybody who has helped make DreamHack as wonderful it is. There is a huge staff that is working not only for the festival at large, but here specifically in the DreamHack Fighters room. So I want to say huge shout out. If you see anybody around in that pink crew shirt, definitely make sure you tell them thank you, because they have been putting in overtime for the entirety of the weekend. So huge shouts to Bailey and the entire team for doing what they do, and huge shouts to you. I always say it, and I gotta say it again, to the community, man. Fighting games are just a beautiful thing, and they continue to grow and they continue to get better, and I hope as they continue to get better and we continue to get better, that you guys will stick with us. Thank you very much for supporting not only DreamHack, but just fighting games in general, man. It's a beautiful thing that we've built, and I hope we continue to build it, and I hope you continue to not only help us build it, but come along for the ride, man.
Absolutely. It is only up from here when it comes to fighting games. Of course, so many new games on the horizon. We still have 2 more characters left in Season 3 of Guilty Gear Strive. Slayer. You know what it is. But
Vampire Mansion.
Yeah, Vampire Mansion, Vampire Villa, we need it, all right? But whether or not you're a Guilty Gear fan, a Tekken fan, an anime player, a Street Fighter player, there is a game for you out there, and there is a huge community ready to support you. So if for some reason this was your first time watching a fighting game tournament, jump on in. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely, and there's also free options too. But it looks like we are rounding up our players now, so we are going to go to the award ceremony in just a moment when we have them all settled. But again, just thank you, man. Guilty Gear is continuing to be on the rise. Make sure, even after the ceremony and everything in between, though, that you do keep it locked in, because after this, we are going to have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Saint Cola, as well as Jay Wong coming on to lead you all through the top 8 of Street Fighter 6 as we continue to go through. As you can see, the view of our beautiful venue, man, wonderful stuff.
Yeah, and they have been absolutely killing it all weekend as well together. Such a really fun commentary duo. It's always nice to get top players transitioning over to commentary because you get a real unique insight, right?
Nah, absolutely agreed. But yeah, it's just it's amazing. This view is
what is Zero doing?
This view is something special, man. It's crazy to get to see how this thing has been built. Again, huge shout outs to the house.
What is Cola doing?
Huge shout outs again to the house that Bailey built, man. He has worked so hard to put DreamHack Fighters on the map, and to all of his DreamHack staff and all the people that he works with to make it happen, because this has turned into something that I don't think anybody could have dreamed of. Like I said, it is crazy to get to see. This is something I never thought I would get to see. Seeing DreamHack, seeing the passion of esports and all of that with fighters right below. It is a beautiful thing, man. It is like low-key emotional when I think about it. It's really, really cool to get to see.
It's FGC worldwide, all right? But now we are going to throw it over to our dad, the big man himself, Tong Lee, to do your top 8 awards ceremony.
All right, congratulations to the top 8 here at DreamHack for Guilty Gear Strive. All right, coming in at 7th place, we have Aneema. Also in 7th place, Hotashi. Don't look so sad. Come on. In 5th place, AngelEye. Also in 5th place, Crescendo. In 4th place, we have Skullduggers. In 3rd place, from North Carolina, Cheryo. And your runner-up, RedIAmNot. And your DreamHack Atlanta Guilty Gear Strive champion, TNS's very own, I've heard of that one, by the way, TNS, MFCR. Second year in a row, by the way. Second year in a row, repeat champion, and the wonderful recipient of this beautiful Victrix fight stick. Shout outs to Victrix as well. Thank you guys. Give it up one more time for your top 8. Thank you so much.
We've said a lot of things. We've had a lot of emotions. Things have happened here for Guilty Gear, but it's time to hand it off to the World Warriors and let our fists do the talking. Street Fighter 6 is going to be coming up in just a moment again with St. Cola and Jay Wong to take it to the end. Jobber, a pleasure from the kitchen table all the way here. Once again, as always, man, any final words before we send it off to the stream?
Absolutely. Make sure that you don't forget about Guilty Gear and DreamHack Fighters forever. We'll see you next time.